Yeehaw, y'all!
Congratulations.
Happy
We're on the
holidays!
internet, I believe.
Wow.
Sound check for everyone in chat
Technology.
to make sure I haven't cocked it up again, please.
How come you get to exceed
Well, I
the
can-
frame, you little bastard?
Yeah, you've exceeded the frame. I've
Yeah,
got like
why
a
are you,
max-
like-
I've got like a
No
whole bunch
frame
of...
can contain me. That is.
But
that is why.
I am in less of a pen than everyone else.
Yeah, look.
What?
Is it my best framing of all of your beautiful faces? Perhaps not, but that's neither here nor there. What is
Objectively not.
Yeah, where is it then?
Yeah, okay. Look, what is both here and there is us here now.
Where?
Why is Jeannie in black and white like she's died?
I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Surprise!
In memoriam.
No. Look,
He already died.
you start cutting off limbs and have to like cut off both because you cut the wrong one off first. That's just what happens. No,
Wow.
we're here on the Lorites channel. It's where you're at if you are watching currently, and we are going to play some Dungeons and motherfucking Dragons. Which
We
I
just
am-
got a hype train, so thanks for that.
It's
Hey.
just north of the law wrongs.
Thanks for the hype train. We do love that.
It's also just to the side of the law lefts.
And good night.
You won't leave.
It's been a great
You're
year,
too
everyone.
excited
Let's
to do this
try
with
again.
us.
I am. You know why? Because it's the last session of the year.
Why does that excite you? Why
Um,
doesn't that make you deeply sad?
it does?
Yeah,
it
what
does
the
that
fuck,
as
Bro doesn't
guy?
well.
know is we all get 5 levels in one go. That's our
It does both of those things. I am a
crisis gift.
complex human being, Ash, who is capable of depth of emotion and pathos.
Prove it.
No,
Cry one time.
You've seen me cry truly so many times.
There was that time that I body slammed you jumping off an escalator, so
that was fun.
that was an emotion.
That
I
was
think it was
pain crying.
Yeah, I think it was horror. Was the emotion.
Um,
And then he just pulled truly so many packets of dice out of his pants. It was great.
I
What?
would like each of you, please, to introduce yourselves and then give us just a little bit of a snippet about your characters also for the last session of the year. And we are going to begin this time with Jeannie. Oh, wait, no, Jeannie's not here. Unfortunately, Jeannie can't make it for this session, so Jeannie, I'm afraid, will not be joining us. Kaori, we'll figure out what happens to Kaori.
Dead.
I'm sure it will be nothing bad. Ash.
Wow.
Just starting in the fucking middle of the overlay? Okay.
No, I started with Jeannie.
That's weird. Okay. Hey, I'm Ash and I make stuff. You can find me at Ash Make Stuff on all the social medias. You can find me here doing this shit. But also sometimes I DM for a little gay pirate campaign called Tale of Two Queens. You can also find me over at the Party on Tuesdays where I play Calestis, the Milfy Death Cleric, in What We Do in Barovia. I'm not wrong. It's an apt description. It's also come up in chat by people who are not me. I play in this one. I play Lilith, who is our Tiefling Twilight Cleric and not a Hexblade Warlock, as I mistakenly said last time. She has 10 hit
Why
points
did
in my
you say that?
It was a thing that when I played Zephyrstorm with Split the Party, George and I had been having a conversation about how Tieflings generally can be stereotyped as Hexblade Warlocks.
Right.
And it plays in my mind every time I say Tiefling. So like, just always goes to come out and then it doesn't. Or it does in the case of last time. Shut the fuck up, MVC.
Alright, Skipper.
I hate it here.
Hey, when's the next Gay Pirates session happening? Ever?
I don't know. When are we getting availabilities in?
Okay, great. One of us will get right onto that. But I desperately.
No, you're fine.
I-
You're fine. I've got 2 availabilities, but I don't have availabilities for the other half of the party. And also, then it's like the internet and weather
It's
situations.
the weirdest time of the year to try and actually
Yeah.
make anything happen. But I desperately miss seeing all of your faces.
I
on
want
this
to
channel.
play so bad. I have been sitting on this massive fucking plot point for like
Why are
3
you
months
sitting
now,
on it?
4 months now, because there's nowhere else in my room to put it.
It's the only way to contain it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Emily,
Yes?
who are you? What character are you playing in this?
You just spoiled it. You said who I am.
I did. What is it that you do?
So much. No. Hello. My name is Emily. I don't like to be prey, but I do like to be exposed to Promethean, which is apparently
Which is basically the
new
same thing.
intro now, which is basically the same thing. I am playing canonically edgelord Malia rogue. You know, she's just super thirsty all the time. That's about it. Aside from that, when I'm not here, I'm over on Hexes and Vexes, probably doing something cooked, or on Meeples and Dragons doing something less cooked. Or on Castleton doing something in the middle of those two cookedness. Yeah, that's it.
Moderately cooked.
Yeah, excellent.
Medium rare, if you will. Good one. No, it's my turn with the brain cell, you fuck.
Saz, if you'd be so kind as to give this, whatever this is, some kind of fucking level of decency, respect, and awesomeness, please.
You might be looking at the wrong person. Oh. Hi, I'm Saz or Saz the Meeple. You can find me mostly on Threads, but sometimes on Blue Sky when I remember to go over there. Other than that, you find me ever on the internet. That is Meeples and Dragons, because I'm the resident Dice Goblin and Twitch producer over there. We're about to close up for the year at the end of this coming week. So if you need your Christmas shinies, need to get those orders in fast, or keep an eye out for Boxing Day sale. There will be one. You can also find me Tuesday morning, split party, doing things in Barovia with Ash, and I'm pretty certain that Funny Business in Valaki is about to get serious as fuck, so please don't miss our last session of the year where we might actually fucking die.
It's also probably going to be like a 4 or 5 hour long session.
It's going to be long.
Because we have so many loose plot threads that we have not followed up on that we now must. So it's going to be interesting, but it's going to be amazing.
I know it just
So many
happened, but it
things.
must have been good because it's very rare that Emily actually fucking cries in response to whatever bullshit just happened there. Thank you, Says. I'm looking forward to Boxing Day sales. I need to replace some glasses because apparently I can't hold things in my human hands that I was born with.
Told you to get some different hands.
You did.
Oh yeah, also I play Tiny. She's a warlock. She's a tiny fairy. She's awesome. There you go.
She is scary as hell. Hamish.
Hi, that's me. Hi, I'm Ham the DM. I lurk and run the Radiant Shadows campaign over on Meeples and Dragons channel, which will be coming back early in the new year. You can find me lurking in the deepest and darkest corners of Castleton if you look in just the right place. What else? Where else? There's probably other stuff, but I'm so totally cooked at the moment because I've done a lot of streams this weekend. I'm playing Salazar Kryn. He's a hobgoblin who fucks people up with his brain.
And himself.
And himself. Yeah, no, he is truly fucked up right now.
Correct. NBC DM.
Hello.
Behold thyself.
Behold, in hole, around hold. Who knows? Hi, I'm NBC. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm elsewhere. I'm playing Vermilion. He's a Hexblade Warlock. Not really.
Fucking magnificent. Hey, I'm Promethean. There's a 0 in it.
Wait, hold on. There's a fucking 0 in your username?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Shit.
second last letter.
Look, it's
I've been
taken
spelling it wrong
me a
this
long
entire
time to build up to
time.
the point where I can say this, okay, confidently. But yes, there is in fact a 0 in that username. I theoretically have created this little world in which we're about to play. This is my first little baby campaign, so be nice to me.
It's been over a year. You can't call it a baby anymore.
I'm sick of playing a baby. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Is it a toddler now?
It's a toddler campaign. Oh god.
Yeah.
Finally, Wookiees.
Uppies!
and truly just so much incoherent babbling. Welcome
I want to fight the werewolf.
to the Sword of the Skulls. In our previous session, after having dealt with, or mostly seemingly dealt with, some kind of werewolf threat in the small little hamlet of Erding, our party, specifically one member of that party, spotted a familiar face in the crowd. And for this particular little recap, I'm going to ask Hamish on Salazar's behalf to give us just a little breakdown of exactly what, from Salazar's perspective, played out in the last session, please.
You literally just said it. He had a little breakdown, and that was pretty much the sum total of what went down.
Yeah, who did it turn out
Laris.
lived in Erding?
Look, there was this UNT individual called Laris. who happened to be here, who Sal had you look. Maybe he knew her a little bit at least from a previous life, and like they exchanged some words after she said implied. Well, actually not implied. Said that he needs to go back and help out with an outfit called the Red Wraiths. To which Sal was not super keen on. In fact, that's probably a slight understatement. There might have been some harsh words said. There might have been some potential brain melting done. And then Laris had the audacity to ask for the ring back before she punched out. And a cloud of quite possibly the most hottest NPC of the face of the planet as she vanished, leaving Sal somewhat confused.
Correct. So
I think that's kind of it.
That's relatively it. I will recover a couple of points. So over the course of this session, it was made clear that both Malia and Lilith will require at least 2 long rests before any significant travel.
We'll be fine. We'll
occurs.
sit in the cart.
Primarily
significant.
because both of them got truly so wrecked in the combat.
I don't know. I got like 13 hit points. I'm good.
Yeah,
I
look,
got 10.
I'm sure it'll
Should
be fine.
I've got 10
If
and a half
I'm a
broken
giant
wood.
hog when the lycanthropy kicks in, does that make me a werehog?
Over the course of that session, the party was also informed, specifically Vermilion, that there is a druid somewhere outside of this small town who may be able to help with knowledge about insect bites was the specific question that was posed to poor little Trabbit. And just quickly, hands up everyone who got bit by a lycanthrope during that combat. Okay, great. Noted. Excellent. Also,
Gently kissed, I think, was how it was described.
Vermilion was absolutely privy to a number of misdeeds as described by Larissa Trabbit in her attempt to have Salazar arrested, essentially, and put on lockdown so that she could drag him by the collar back to Rivermeet. And Kaori went missing as soon as it became apparent that the blacksmith was on fire, and that situation has not changed. At no point in time has the pirate who likes to set things on fire re-emerged from whichever shadows she, with her monkey Zephyr, skittered off into over the course of the last several hours. And so you'll find yourself currently in the sheriff / mayor's house. But before we get started, we need a quick little musical intro for this last little session of the year. Please, Ash.
Just wondering, before I do this, it's from South Park Hammer. Just wondering, before I do this, did you forget to post in our Law Rights Discord about us going live?
Yeah, possibly, but someone did. I can see.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Truly.
Did it work?
Yes, it did.
Wow.
So
First time.
good. That
Really
was
nice.
like,
It worked.
Truly
It's-
perfectly.
yeah, that
Every
was
time is an improvement. That's impressive.
Yeah.
clear
it's
as a
great.
bell. So,
It's because you bought an entire recording desk in the interim so that you could run a second channel of sound.
that's right. And so with Tiny Wing having recently learned the gesture, absolutely flipping off Laris as they ballerina themselves through the mob of you and out.
Yeah,
of
because we
this
tried to trip
house.
her over a bunch and then she just sort of danced around it because I'm pretty sure Jem fudged all of her rolls.
I would like to cast Hold Person on Larissa.
I'm afraid it's going to be far too late for that.
Oh.
Larissa do be gone.
I'm going to keep casting Thaumaturgy as she tries to open the door so it just locks. It just keeps
Excellent.
closing out of her hand.
Like a fucking ghost in the night that not quite NPC is no more.
Look.
Terribly sorry.
Wow, did anyone see any tracks in here?
It's a shame because she was a 10 out of
Like
10.
I'm being railroaded.
I think I feel like we don't want to like bog you guys down in the mechanics of having to go through 2 long rests. So I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to hand wave the next couple of days a little bit. But each of you, if there is anything that you would like to do whilst Malia and Lilith recover enough to start traveling underway, if that's what you'd like to do. Or alternatively, you can absolutely venture out. So there are 2 essentially town-specific bits of information that have been provided to you so far. The first of those is that Kyle, who is currently imprisoned in the very house in which you are currently huddled, may or may not have more information about whether there are more werewolves out there to be concerned about, having allegedly been attacked by some. 2, the druid outside of town, who may be able to shine some more light on the nature of random bites that may or may not have occurred, who hasn't been seen in town essentially since the werewolves rocked in. And then, of course, the overlying mission of absolutely fucking off out of here and heading north into the Fae Bog to meet Mud-Eyed Maggie, who may be able to read this scroll that you currently have in your possession. So, what are y'all thinking? Chat it out.
I think we should go back to the orphanage. That dragon guy probably knows how to fix these bites. What was
feel
his
like-
name? Dr. Vestibule?
If you're like picking up immediately where we left off, Lilith would be like, Salisu, do you want to talk about this now? Or can we all have a little nap first?
Oh no, would really like to just go and lie down somewhere and sleep for a day or 5.
That was
Would be my
nice.
preference.
Said, I call dibs on the master bedroom, and I just fuck off to find the master bedroom.
Okay, of the sheriff / fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I
great.
figure if it's the mayor's house, there's probably it's a 2-story house, right? With the
It
sheriff.
is not a
that does-
2-story house, no.
Why did I think it was a 2-story house?
It's a
We barely
large
even got
house.
one story there, don't
This-
we?
Okay,
you need to
go and find-
understand just how much of a hovel of a town this place is. It is a single,
Yeah, but
like,
it's the mayor's
it's
house.
a large house, but it's a single-story house.
I'm
a
gonna find
large
the best.
house the size of a small house.
Correct.
I'm going to find the best bedroom, and I'm going to set up camp in it.
Okay, excellent.
And what, you just set up a tent in there?
Nah, don't.
Yeah, set up the dome. No one can get in. It's great.
Okay, so in, I guess, the middle of the day, you find the closest thing to a master bedroom in this place. You will find a room. There is essentially a double bed in there. There's also what looks like perhaps set up for if and when the town is populated enough, which it clearly has not been for some time. A second room with 2 sets of bunk beds in there as well.
Master bedroom for me. I'm going to loot the place. I want to take all of his clothes.
Okay, excellent.
He doesn't need him. He's dead.
Sure. Looting
Wow.
of the clothes. You'll find a chest at the bottom of this bed. It's pretty... There's not a lot in this chest. Like, there's absolutely no checks or anything required. This thing is open. You find what looks to be a spare set of clothes. Nothing even close to as fancy as what Riven, the sheriff / mayor, was wearing before he
Well,
was
fuck.
set on fire and burnt to a crisp.
Well, he deserved it. So cool. I'm still taking them.
Okay, so Lilith is
'cause-
bedding down immediately.
Just for a short rest, just for like an hour,
Okay, sure.
just to have a little nappy nap. So I'm not on 10 hit points anymore.
Okay, so as Lilith turns on her heels and heads out and finds herself a bed, the rest of you? Immediate plans?
Saliso's going to turn around and walk out of this house building.
Okay. Particular direction? You're heading in town, into the forest from where the wolf howls came a little bit earlier?
Just heading into town. He's just going for a walk.
Okay.
He's just going to go and clear his head, and then try and find somewhere, maybe kind of private, to crash out for the night.
Okay, sure. Tiny Wing, I assume we'll head with Sal, but leave it open.
That would depend on if Sal wanted company or not. If not, she would totally respect that and go find like a cupboard that she could sit on top of somewhere and with her book and 25 words at a time, journal style, update what's his name, Galkafir, about what's been happening.
Galkafir or the other one?
No, not the other one. Galkafir specifically.
Okay.
The other one?
The other one.
So let me hang on, give me a sec, because
Second
I suspect
Galkafir.
so Galkafir is the draconic name of Valkior. So I just need to double check that is in fact who you are sending this message to.
Mhm.
Okay, great, perfect. Magnificent and Vermilion.
I think. Wow, everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Guess I'm gonna go for a walk. Those woods seem nice. Might be some bugs or something there that I could catch. So, yeah, I think I'll just go for a stroll through the woods. That's not far away.
All right, excellent. And they're truly not. So those woods are not far away. You have seen already a couple of wolves kind of emerge from the tree line of the woods behind this house, atop the hill overlooking this small little town. And heading into the woods, Vermilion, it becomes immediately apparent that you have two wolves shadowing you at this point.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna use my inherent ability to speak to animals, and I'm just gonna be like, you guys gonna keep sneaking around, or you wanna talk about it?
They smell dead. Are they dead?
Who's they?
The unnatural ones.
The not wolves that look like wolves.
Not
that
wolves,
look like.
yes, the not wolves.
I think so. We definitely killed some of them.
You made this kill?
Yes, I did.
In which case you owe respect.
Wow. Thanks.
Our friend may wish to speak with you.
Oh, who's your friend?
She will find you.
She'll find me. Okay. Like in the woods, or is there somewhere I should go and wait? Like I don't know, special tree or something?
You stay in the forest through the night. She will find you.
Okay. My friends might expect me back, but in the event I have to go back, I'll come back here when it's nighttime and they're asleep. That should be fine.
And these two wolves immediately just book it in separate directions.
Wow, what nice guys.
So, I take it everyone at this stage is planning. So, Ash, you mentioned a short rest, but it seems like we're all ready to sort of chill out for a little bit and do at least a little bit of recovery. Was there anything specific Sal wanted to? So, just finding a quiet little spot in town.
Yeah, he just wants to collect his thoughts on the unexpected events of the day.
So, with the fire at the blacksmith kind of taken care of, the villagers have more or less dispersed at this point. After about 20 minutes or so, Trabbit will kind of head down into the town proper and pull together a gathering of some kind of key members of the community discussing plans for essentially running a campaign to elect a new mayor and selecting a new sheriff. Beyond that, though, it's a very quiet little muddy town, and so you'll have the place more or less to yourself.
Like, I mean, I like totally, like, even like a barn or something like that he can just crash out in. Like, it's, you know, he is not after 5-star accommodation in this 1-star town.
Yeah, correct. And yeah, there are, well, I was going to say plenty. I'd say maybe 2 barns available in the town itself. One of them occupied currently by a goat. The other one absolutely missing a giant chunk of roof. But yeah, you'll be able to find a little corner to hide in.
Mm-hmm.
What's Malia sneaking off to do?
You'd find out if Promethean remembered I existed.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, who?
Fucking wow.
Thank you.
Malia.
The good news is all I want to do is long rest right now. At least until night 2. So let me know when we get there.
Yeah, and so
Just like sleep for a whole like 36 hours or something.
If I sleep through the day, can I get through this resting thing quicker? Can I do back-to-back long rests?
Oh yeah, absolutely. In this, and Trabbit had already kind of acknowledged that you did not look great. So he's given you essentially the run of the sheriff's house. At
Yeah,
your
I'm pretty sure he
disposal.
ran away in fear once Sal's history started coming up because Laris had been at his ear saying that, that Sal was evil and a murderer.
It was very specifically when Sal started to attempt to age Laris with his mind powers that he freaked out a little bit and headed out. But over the course of the next several hours, yeah, absolutely, everyone could take a long rest or two. And I think, Sal, you'll learn over that period of time, betwixt anything else you'd like to do, that Trabbit has kind of taken that whole situation and has landed more or less in your favour, given other information that the rest of the villagers have kind of provided about Laris and her general dodginess. At the same time, it's quite clear that he feels a little bit betrayed by you, somewhat. Kind of, Trabbit had you on a bit of a pedestal, and that pedestal has been shortened somewhat by the information that Laris conveyed about your absolutely shady and criminal history.
So how many? So how many days are we?
In total, 2 days, I think, will be enough, and then you can kind of get out of here. That said, Vermilion sounds very much like you're going to take a little jaunt into the forest at some point.
Yep, nice little evening stroll into the woods.
And will you be inviting? Sorry, go Sal.
I was just going to say the second, the next day and the second night, Sal will come back to the group and hang out with everyone else.
Yeah.
Bold of you to assume that we're going to hang out with you. So
wow. On that note, Vermilion, will you be inviting any members of the party with you on this little excursion into the forest?
No.
Okay, brilliant. Did you head into the forest on that first night?
That felt very DM warning right there. I didn't like it.
I guess we'll find out.
Walking through the forest at night.
Let's talk
Nothing bad happens in the forest.
Let's talk
at
some
night.
druid shit. What's Vermilion? What's Vermilion's thoughts and plans and process? Kind of wandering into the woods here.
Oh, I see a tree, eat a leaf. That sort of thing.
Tasty. I think a couple of hours in, so would you be meditating as part of your rest in the forest itself, or just literally blundering around through the trees?
I'd probably wander for a bit, and if somewhere was appropriately nice to have a little meditate, then I'd probably do that.
Okay.
As it's nice to be near a forest for once and not anywhere else.
Excellent.
Like a wasteland, for instance.
Yeah, that's fair. And you do so quite easily. After a respectful period of time, you do in fact hear someone approach, and looking up from your meditation, covered in furs, holding a gnarled and knotted tree branch as a staff, you see an elderly gentleman shambling his way through the forest. He just kind of leans up against a tree, looks at you.
Hello.
You did not kill those werewolves.
I mean, legally, it depends on your definition.
I'm curious though. How did that play out for you? The little scrap in town.
Oh, it was great. Other than, getting gently kissed by one of the werewolves.
It feels like it could be a problem.
Probably. I mean, everything's more or less a problem. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. I'm Vermilion,
and you won't until you've earned it.
Okay.
But well met, Vermilion. If nothing else, you've done that motley little crowd a service. That's not nothing.
Look, I feel like it was more by accident than anything else. But you know, they sometimes say that destiny's kind of an accident, so maybe it was supposed to happen. I don't know.
Destiny.
Yeah.
A pitiful concept developed by small minds desperately flailing for meaning and purpose.
I don't know, man. I've vicariously lived a really, really, really long time. And, you know, I feel like there's a lot of things that happen that could otherwise be explained by coincidence, but kind of don't feel like it. But, you know, that's more philosophical than anything else.
Well, this kind of looks you up and down, like truly so disrespectfully.
What?
Well, she wants to meet you.
Who's she?
You'll see.
Okay.
And without another word, he turns and starts walking deeper into this forest.
Oh well. I say as nonchalantly as possible to, I guess, my backpack. I guess we're going this way.
Okay, so you will be following then, I assume. Oh no. So so you're following the
Yeah,
third
obviously.
Yeah, okay, great. About 20 minutes in, you kind of lose track of them, but immediately come across what appears to be a hut-like building, but quite clearly built around like a natural kind of tree fall. It's very large, and just the thinnest wisp of smoke kind of coming from the center of this dome-like kind of building. And the door just kind of creaks open a little bit invitationally for you.
Well, I guess we're going inside. Seems nice. Out in the middle of the forest, no one around.
To which you immediately hear the howl of a wolf some distance away.
Well, almost nobody.
But with your understanding of the language of beasts, you understand that that howl is 100% to make sure that you're aware that you are being watched, and that absolutely no threatening or indication of violence towards whoever is in this little hut will be tolerated. And entering, you find melded into a tree trunk, vines wrapped around her frail, thin, papery, aging arms, which themselves have almost turned to bark. What appears to be a woman seated, seemingly permanently, at the base of this tree. Completely still as you enter, but as you do, her eyes flicker open immediately. And there is a depth to these eyes that sees with the vision and knowledge and understanding of the forest itself. See you, see into you, see through you. She says nothing. She waits.
Hello. You wanted to see me? And I suppose you can, because you're looking at me.
A slow blink, like the setting of the sun. She
Do you
waits.
mind if I come in?
The door itself closes gently behind you, pushing you into the hut.
I guess that's a no, you don't mind. Hello. I'm Vermilion.
A slow blink, and leaves scatter around as though whispering and mocking your words. And she waits. Thank you for the raid, Carnage.
Can I get a sense of what exactly I should be doing?
Yeah, absolutely. In this particular case, roll it as a wisdom check for me, please.
Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up the old sheet of stuff that tells me what I have to do. Ah, good. That's right. Wisdom is good. Except that's a D12, not a D20. That would be 22 wisdom.
Magnificent. So you've been told that she wants to meet you.
Mhm.
And I think that's as far... You're not unfamiliar with archdruids of this nature.
Hmm.
I don't know that Vermilion has directly interacted with one, potentially in the past, but that is clearly what you're dealing with here. And
This is the timeless body that I'm looking at now.
Of a sort, absolutely.
Yep.
You've been told she wishes to meet you.
Mhm.
The sense that you get is that she's waiting for you to ask the right question. She is offering you the opportunity to ask
Mhm.
her a question, to which perhaps you'll receive an answer.
Mhm.
But there is nothing about her that is so frivolous as to provide an answer to anything less than a question of true importance.
Fair enough. I see we're not one for small talk. You'll have to forgive me. I do a lot of that. So if I'm rambling, you can just ignore me. Why is it that you wanted to meet me? Of all people.
For a moment, so briefly that it could be mistaken as a trick of the light, as this moonlight dapples through the cracks in the walls of this natural hut-like building. It seems as though she has the twitch of a smile come to her face. But you don't receive an answer.
Well, I suppose you know just about everything that goes on either in or near this forest, given that you can also talk to its denizens. So I suppose you know that I and some of my associates, got into an altercation with some werewolves. And as a result, myself and, one of our other compatriots were, bitten, I guess. And, we heard talk of a druid nearby that knows stuff about this, and either that's you or you're smarter than them, being all timeless and stuff. So, I don't suppose you happen to know how to, stave off or cure potential lycanthropy.
The wind stops blowing around this place entirely, and an eerie silence descends. To this question, you still receive no answer. But what you do get, and I'll get you to roll an Arcana check for me.
And 19.
The mace that you carry to you suddenly feels truly so heavy. A weight that you cannot possibly bear the burden of. And for a moment, it's as though you will be bound to this exact spot, unable to move, almost unable to breathe.
Oil can.
And then that feeling lifts. Following that, just for a moment, the light of the moon shines through the top of this hut. And being as in tune with nature as you are fully aware that there is exactly 1 week until the next full moon. As that moonlight touches your skin, that same sense of weight is felt on that part of your body. And it's apparent to you that, in whatever way you wish to interpret it, is your answer to that question.
That soon, huh? Well, guess we're all gonna die. Especially me.
And with that, you hear a sound outside the hut, and turning to see who it is, there is no door. There is only the man that you'd seen previously. Whipping back, the hut itself is gone. The tree is gone. The woman is gone. The man says, "My name is Kilo, and you of all people should be well aware. Everything dies. To hope for anything more is futile."
Oh no, I truly understand that. It's just a little earlier than I was hoping for.
Your death doesn't have to be so soon. My mentor and master, you'll have to forgive her, she has a strange sense of humor, perhaps.
I understand. I was recently talking to a dragon, and honestly, I prefer her to be.
The weapon you carry, do you understand its nature?
Not intrinsically, but I could hazard a guess. Probably an educated guess.
All things have freedom of choice in the world. That will take yours from you. Your choice is your choice, and if you choose to keep it, then feel free to do so. But it could lead you to a path that those like myself and of other circles, are certainly not going to be comfortable with. It is, despite its origins, an unnatural tool. If it takes you, we will watch, we'll wait. Given the opportunity, we will end you.
Yeah, it gives off those kind of vibes, so I think my educated guess is probably in the ballpark then. Assuming one didn't want to keep this weapon, what would you advise one does with it? Is there a way to... I mean, it seems to me that we've certainly seen in the wrong hands what it can do. Which leads me to think there's no right hands for a weapon like this. And if that is the case, I'd as soon as see it destroyed. So it couldn't be used as a tool. Like it has been already. I don't suppose you know how to destroy it.
Such a thing is not easily destroyed. Dark as it might be, it has a celestial origin. There are very few things in this realm capable of removing such gifts to the world. But it can be hidden. If you choose to be the one to hide it, find somewhere where it can never be found. Or we can take it from you. But know, there is no guarantee that we ourselves will not be turned. That we ourselves will not be corrupted. It is your choice. You bear the burden of putting this thing to rest, or you pass that burden on and risk lives that may mean nothing to you, but that may be taken.
I mean, all lives have meaning. That's not to say that lives don't mean anything to me, but at the same time, all lives mean nothing. But that's neither here nor there. We're doing philosophy again, and I'm
Who's
really interested in
waxing
practicals.
philosophical now?
Yeah. I talked to the tree lady again. I think she'd get a kick out of that. Anyway. Well, I think it'll stay with me. For as long as I can resist it, and worse comes to worse, there's 4, at least, possibly 5.5, if you include the monkey, people that will deal with me should I fail to resist it. Also, you guys said you'd have a hand in that, so that's fine too. You know. But, that's just me. One of my compatriots was also invested with the curse of lycanthropy. I don't suppose you know what to do about that?
And congratulations, it would seem you've passed your first test. Find Riven's lair.
Mm-hmm.
He has something of an antidote there.
Did I need to write this?
It will not be enough on its own. It will need to be blessed. And good luck. And with that, this figure
Nice meeting you.
wild shapes into a wolf and hoofs it into the forest beyond. Leaving Vermilion to existentially crisis their way wherever they would like.
What kind of wolf has hooves?
That's a very good question. A magic druidic wolf.
Okay.
It was literal. That wolf had hooves. Deal with it.
Amazing.
The rest of the party. Anything over the course of, let's say, that next 2 days then, in addition to that, we'll give Vermilion a chance to chat with everyone as part of this. But meanwhile, anything else that the rest of you would like to cover?
I would like to level up, if that's okay. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. I've made it abundantly clear that's never happening again.
I
I
just
do
said I'd
want
give
to
it a
ask
go.
you at risk of being unfair to myself, but fair to you as the GM. I want to remind you that I still have the Shadow Touch feat.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have that, or is it gone yet?
You do currently still have that feat, yes.
Okay, I thought you might have forgotten. Just double check.
I would never.
I don't believe you.
I certainly would.
But speaking of, I think I would wait until this, like after Sal has done his little soul search, and like come back, given him that day where I'm like still resting, and then that evening I would have tried to catch him one-on-one, probably likely late at night when we're all about to bunk down for the next night of rest, I guess.
Yeah, and like you've made abundantly clear, you're a bounty hunter. You can find Sal if you want to find him.
Yeah, with my nose.
How does Malia find Sal is the question. Ham.
Wow, you tell me.
No,
You're the GM. Right?
Emotionally and psychologically. So Malia
right,
finds the
okay.
opportunity to track Sal down.
Little knock on the door situation.
Yeah, look, yeah, and I think Sal would have found a smallish, like he would have returned to the group, like I said before, but at night he would have tried to find a sort of a more private place to sort of bunk down. Knocking on the door, he just like, sure, come in. And you'd find him sitting on whatever furniture is in this room, like a small, I don't know, a chair or something like that. And there'd be the longsword that you've seen him carrying around, but never actually use. And he would actually have that out, and it'd have like a whetstone, and he'd be just very subtly just sharpening it. And he'd just sort of glance up and go, "Oh, hello."
You say that with surprise, like you weren't expecting to see me. Which I can understand, if I'm being quite honest. You didn't come back last night.
No, I needed some time to just think about what had happened.
And if it's not too forward for me to ask, how did that go?
Fine. I mean, I went and I thought about stuff, and I'm fine now.
Can I roll insight on that, please?
Yeah, do it.
Excellent.
And Ham, an appropriately combative roll, please.
Wow.
23.
I wasn't saying anything. I want to see who broke first.
Let me roll
23.
I'll roll my dice. Yeah, sure. No, he's obviously not 100% fine, and what he said is probably comparatively bullshit-ish.
And I don't think you would see that Malia is calling bullshit on you. Like, I don't think you could even read that she blinks or anything when you say that. Being confronted with your past isn't easy, Sal.
Oh, you're right. It's not easy, is it?
No. But you have done a sufficient amount of things for us and keeping us safe while you've been traveling with us. And for that reason, I want to make sure that moving forward that you're okay.
He'll stop sharpening this longsword, and we'll just sort of put it point down into the floor in front of him and lean on it. And he is going to. He's just going to kind of. He's going to look you up and down. In that, not in any kind of like seedy kind of fashion, but almost in like that sort of that assessment, like kind of right. Look, I meant. Look, sure, okay. Look, I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, and to be honest, I was caught a little off guard by what happened. I did want to say that I apologize to yourself for trying to help out, but look, honestly, it was one of those things where I had to deal with it. I'm not going to drag anybody else into my own bullshit.
I don't want you to apologize for that. In fact, I respect that.
Well, that's fine.
Quite a lot.
You can respect what you want to respect. But for me, it's important because you came over and you offered your help. And that is something for someone like yourself, who I don't know particularly well, I appreciate. So I'm saying thank you for your offer. It was appreciated, but it was not required.
I am aware that it wasn't required. I don't know if you are aware, but I'm also not very good at this. So this is going to go real well between the two of us.
Oh, no, I can see right now that this is turning into a slightly awkward conversation.
It's not awkward. It's just.
All right, look.
We both have pasts, as do the rest of our party members. And if you want my honest opinion, I think the past is best left there. But that's a decision that we don't always get to make, right? Because there are others involved.
And look, to be very frank with you, that was a part of my past that I thought I would never have to deal with again. I left Laris and the Wraiths some time ago because they were doing things that I did not agree with. And I moved on with my life. But, you know, I mean, it's hard when someone like Laris suddenly pops back up and you're not expecting it, and it does certain things to you.
Yeah, I can understand that. Not from the same perspective, but just from things being dug up that you didn't expect. My entire point is that despite us really not knowing each other at all, if you need to talk to anyone ever, I am a pretty good listener, and I will withhold all of my judgment.
Right. I appreciate that. That's actually awfully nice of you.
Don't tell the others.
I don't know. Look, cross my heart and hope to die that I will never leave these lips just how nice you're being right here, right now. But look, it's a two-way street. If there's ever things that you want to talk about, you know where I am. You can always come and find me. Or I'll just try and creep into your head and see what's going on. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. I won't do that. That would be terrible.
I
But
mean,
seriously.
I don't think you'd want to do that. And I appreciate the sentiment. I think Vermilion probably does enough talking about my dead family for most of the group. And for that reason, I don't think I need to speak too much about it. In fact, I'd rather keep that quiet buried.
All right. Well, it sounds like maybe we both need to keep certain things buried then, by the sounds of it.
Well, I'll bring the shovel.
Sounds great. I'll bring the booze, and we can get shit-faced and buried stuff.
Perfect. You know where to find me. I'm gonna go recover what is apparently the worst looking fucking form that I've ever had. And I'm just gonna like turn on my phone.
So as you turn and as you go, Sal will say just a little bit more quietly, she's pretty damn hot though, right?
What?
And we will move away over to Tiny Wing then. Tiny Wing, the only response you get to the messages that you're writing in your book is just a very brief and kind of curt acknowledgement that those messages have been sent. There's no further instruction, there's no requests for more information, nothing of that nature. It is a fairly neutral, pleasant response of thank you for keeping me informed. Feel free to continue to do so.
Given that this is the first time she's actually had a response in her book, she's probably, going to be very surprised by this. Just like,
yeah. So atop this cupboard, getting an actual reply back to this journaling. How does Tiny Wing handle that situation?
she's probably going to stare at her book for a little bit. And I don't know what time of day it is. Is it like everyone's getting ready to pass out for the night?
I think over, let's say, a course of 18 hours, you can pick a specific time of day that this is going to be happening at, and then once we've had a check-in with Lilith, we'll reconvene the group at Vermilion's return.
Given that it probably would have taken her a little bit, given it's got to go 25 words at a time in order to disappear off the page, it's probably going to take her a good day or so to fill in everything that's happened since they've left the orphanage. So it's probably, I would say, might be nighttime when she gets that in. So she's probably going to read her book.
So this is
really fucking shocked.
A full and comprehensive account that's being provided.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, journal style.
Yeah, excellent.
And she's probably going to stare at her book and just be like, I have to tell Sal in the morning. And she's going to shut her book, stick it in her backpack, and just be like, hey, time for bed.
Okay, great. Lilith, over the course of your period of rest,
Yes.
and I guess recovery, is
Yes.
there anything you want to cover off for Lilith?
Yes. So I have like a list over the course of the, 2 days, 3 days that we're hanging here?
We'll say 2 at this point, and we'll say you're only going to get halfway through before we bring Vermilion's.
Oh, that's fine.
Back in.
So on the very first day, I am going to cast Sending, and I am going to message my sister Valda.
Excellent.
And I will say, do you remember me? Auntie doesn't. I almost died today. I don't understand why it's been happening. I want to go home.
Ash. How old was Valda when
The last time I saw her?
Lilith last saw her?
Hang on. Last 9
And
months.
relative age. So in
No.
human
So-
years, let's say relative age.
Human years and tiefling years are the same amount of years. So at 1, And that means 89, and she's 5 years younger than me. That would make her, she was 84.
Okay. In response, you hear a childlike voice.
I fucking knew it!
I don't know who this is, but that sounds awful. And I hope you find a way to help yourself. It's dark. Thank you for keeping me company. This is the message that you receive in response.
You motherfucker. I hate you so much.
If you would like...
Can I roll insight on Ash hating you?
No, you can't. Fuck you.
If you would like to extrapolate on the cause for hate and metagamey shit, feel free to do so, because...
No. I've told you before what my theory was, and I think you've just proven me correct.
And I'm pretty
Maybe.
sure we'll leave that conversation there, but it
Yeah.
sounds a hell of a lot like you were pretty bang on with your theory, yeah.
Yeah, you fuck. You absolute motherfucker. I cannot believe you, you bastard, you fuck.
How could you have done this?
How could you have done this?
Yeah, how could you? None of us know, but how the fuck could you have done this to Ash?
Look, I
You've
just...
done this to Lilith, you prick. Anyway, over the next day, I will be. Hang on, I just had to spell this up. Over the next day, because it's also a day of rest. First, I'm going to be using detect magic and just investigating the house because I want to see if there's any cool shit in here. I'm going to cast. I'm going to have a breakdown over that sending first and like fully like dome up the room and no one's allowed to come in for like 8 hours.
Yeah, just a
And-
full tanty. Yep.
No, like a
Under
full,
the dome.
a full fucking meltdown. Like she had when her auntie didn't remember her. You fuck. I'm gonna cast over the next day detect magic. I'm gonna cast remove curse. I'm gonna cast oh fuck, I saw it. Dispel magic. I'm gonna cast protection. Oh, what was it? No, not protection from lesser restoration. I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good all on myself, just blasting myself with all the healing spells that I know to see what happens.
Okay, great.
Yeah, just testing everything.
And on that note, we're going to take a 10-minute break or so.
Wait, no, did I find any magic items?
I guess we'll find out when we return.
Fuck.
Wait.
Hey.
Wait,
Wait.
you can't do that to us.
Yeah, I absolutely can and will. Hey, everyone hanging out in chat. Love you forever. We'll be back in
I need
10
everyone in
minutes.
chat to tell Promethean that he's an evil motherfucker.
Oh, he's not that.
He is.
bad.
He's
but
evil.
only if it's in the Sabrina Carpenter motherfucker voice.
Motherfucker. We shall see you on our return. Enjoy. Get yourself a drink, stretch, do all those good things. We'll do the same. And we'll
Thanks
be
so much
back
for Wizard. You're a G.
in about 10 minutes or so. And we're
Hurricane Katrina.
back.
More
Wait.
like Hurricane Tortilla.
Oh, Jesus. Hey,
Oh, hi,
hi.
thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Listen, hey, we're back.
Hey.
We've been playing some Dungeons and Dragons, and
We're
we're
still
gonna
pieces of garbage.
we're gonna continue to do so. And with like, not all of us are, but yeah, some of us, myself included, are truly trash.
Wow.
Hey, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. This is the last session for the year. We will be back next
Yeah,
year.
better make it worth it. How late are we going tonight?
Imagine if there's no more years after this.
Yeah, imagine if the world ends tomorrow and you've done this.
Like,
bullshit.
is this a 24-hour session? Or are we just like going through to tomorrow?
It will sadly, because I have one working week left, not be a 24-hour session.
None of my weeks have ever worked.
As
They've
for
all been broken.
The exact timing, I guess we'll see just how much fun we have over the next little bit of time.
Or it's
Now-
gonna-
Oh,
it
okay.
just-
So we can push it to a 24-hour stream. We just have to keep having fun. Excellent. Good to know.
Or it's going to
As you
edge
were
us
for
into
a
the new
week.
year with this.
Yeah, correct.
Sounds like his MO, actually.
This is true.
Around this time, we'd normally do a little recap of what happened before, but I'm a little bit scared of Ash. At this
You
No,
should
make
be.
Ash do it. Make
At this
Ash do it.
point in
No.
Make
time.
Ash do it.
I'll go really briefly. So Malia and Salazlo have had a cute little DM, in which Malia kind of had I'm not going to say a vulnerable moment, just kind of offered, herself as an ear to Salazlo in a time of emotional crisis, which was kind of sweet. Especially how much of a bitch Malia just generally is.
Okay, no, fuck you. I'm on Team Ash now. Absolutely fucking eat my ass. Get out of your own stream. Get out. Wow.
Tiny Wing has been journaling, and that journaling has made its way to Galkafir, an Emerald Dragon that the party is aware of, and Tiny Wing got a response to that messaging. Just a little, hey, thanks for keeping me informed, which was kind of nice. Vermilion had a whole fucking encounter in the forest with a couple of druid-like folk.
These were not the druids we're looking for.
Well, they might have been. Vermilion had an entire lore dump about essentially the potential werewolf situation that a couple of the party members have found themselves facing, and has some information on what to potentially do about that.
Let's see if he remembers.
Let's see if both of them remember. And Lilith tried to reach out to once again to an old family member, and turned out that, hey, they're not so old anymore. And the response received was from a child.
I just want you guys to know that Promethean fucking recommended that I reach out to her before we meet Mud-Eye Maggie. I want you guys to know that he explicitly said it's probably a good idea to talk to your sister.
I
Hey,
feel like it was a
don't
terrible
listen to
idea
your
in
DM.
retrospect.
In the lead up to the break, Ash, Lilith cast a fuck ton of spells.
Yeah,
Because
and I'd like to cast another one.
Because I truly and deeply appreciate the way that you do this, I would like you to explain for me, in the context of what it is that you're trying to achieve with these spells. How is Lilith going about the casting of Remove Curse, Lesser Restoration, and Protection from Evil and Good, presumably whilst, bundled into a little safe dome?
No, not while I'm in the safe dome. This is the next day because I had no spell slots left after casting failed sending.
Fair.
So after a long rest, I'm going to the washroom where we tended our injuries the previous day.
Mhm.
And I think I'm just gonna lean over the sink and stare real intently at my reflection, and then eventually just fucking press my face to the glass because I'm still kind of super fucked up from 2 near-death experiences and a werewolf bite.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to pray for myself essentially while casting all of these spells to not become a monster.
Okay, what's the nature of the prayer? This will be on the test. This is going to be important.
It's not really words, it's more like intent.
Okay.
It's more just the idea that if I can reach far enough into my. I heard it. Nope. I heard it.
NBC,
I also heard
NBC, no, down
Oh,
boy,
no. Oh,
Just
no.
to the elbow.
Ash.
I can, like, grip the root of this monster before it has time to like actually embed it. So shut up. Before it
That
has
wasn't
time
better.
to like embed itself within me
Mm-hmm.
and just yank it out. Fuck all of you. I hate you.
Okay, but so
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
So what I'm hearing though is
Consider
that
me
so this
socially
is
yanked.
this is an internal introspection that you were trying to, as you've said, you're trying to purge yourself of this.
Yeah.
With a full introspection. Okay. What time of the morning are we doing this?
I think I would wake up, cast another sending, and then immediately go to do that. Like, look down and see, like, oh, hey, my rib's still half healed from where it got busted. Oh, look, werewolf tooth marks. That's probably bad.
Yeah.
Should fix that.
Okay.
Didn't really have time to assess it much the day before on account of the near-death experiences and the emotional trauma.
Yeah, excellent. And look, you cast all of those spells successfully.
Yeah. Before I cast those spells, did I feel any different?
You feel a little bit healthier.
No,
than you
like,
have in general.
like in terms of, did it
in
feel
terms of
like there was a
prior, did it feel
monster
like you had
in my
some
chest?
Kind of monster. Look, hey, that's between Lilith and her conscience, really. No, so post bite, there's no additional sensation of impending danger or doom. There's no physical or mental or emotional thing on which to grab to get an understanding of whether or not that combination of spells has had an actual effect after having cast them. But you do, generally speaking, just kind of feel a little bit healthier than you had been.
Okay, cool.
But zero indication. For the detect magic that you mentioned that you wanted to cast as
Can,
well.
can I cast sending first? Because it was my new priority waking up, realizing that maybe I don't have any time before my sister winks out of existence.
You may.
I would cast sending to Valda again, and I would say, "Hello, Valda. It's Lily Pilly, but I'm all grown up now. Don't tell Mummy. You are the bravest of us, and I love you so much."
I'm gonna need a moment because that was adorable.
Good. You better fucking make the payoff good, Promethean.
Excellent. I will. Before that happens, we will cut on over to Vermilion, who around this time in the morning is probably re-emerging then from the forest. So, what's Vermilion's plan after the events of the evening
I
prior?
went for a walk in the forest and nothing weird happened. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So, yeah, what time is it? The morning, isn't it?
Yes, it'll be morning, I think, by the time you emerge.
Like morning everyone's asleep morning, or morning everyone's awake morning?
I think everyone's folk will just be beginning to stir.
I feel like I need to go and find Lilith because what I found out is probably the most pertinent to them. And failing that, I would take up my usual perch directly on the end of Malia's bed, like some kind of terrifying gargoyle.
As is
Not
tradition. Amazing. We'll play that out then, I guess. Malia, upon waking once again, Vermilion is perched at the end of your bed.
Hey Malia, where the hell you been, Loca?
Oh no. Do we really have to do this every morning now?
I mean, we don't have to, but it just seems like a nice best friend kind of thing to do, right?
Do you sleep?
No. See, we've been over this. I have a different thing to you guys.
I mean, we all have different things to each other.
Yeah, but like I don't have to sleep. I just kind of hang out for a bit.
Okay.
Like give me 4 hours and I'm good.
Is
Or
there a
alternatively,
reason?
give me 3 minutes.
Right. Is there a reason why the end of my bed is the place that you choose to do that?
Yeah, because you're my best friend. Oh, I don't trance here. I'm just here to say hi.
Oh, so you come here after?
Yeah, usually around about the time that so basically, like to break it down, what happens is we all go, you guys go to bed, I go to
Right.
do something else, and then when it's morning.
Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. Back up.
Okay.
Do something else.
Yeah, sometimes we go for a walk, sometimes we sit on the roof and watch the stars. Anyway, and then I do my little thing where I rest, and then when morning comes, I come down here and I wait for you.
Well, good news. I've arrived. Is there something you need?
Look, psychological help would be good.
I am not the one to offer you that. I can't help you there.
Failing that, I went for a walk in the woods last night and I found out some stuff. And I should definitely tell Lilith about it. But you're my best friend, so I should also tell you about it.
When you say you went for a walk in the woods,
Yeah.
you did so at night and by yourself in a
I-
werewolf-infested town.
Well, I mean, I wasn't entirely by myself.
Okay, who was with you?
Wolves.
Okay,
And then-
great.
You hear a wolf howl off in the distance. Oh.
Um.
And
Okay.
also some other people. But that's kind of the thing that I wanted to talk to at least you and Lilith about. And
Right. Do you want to
Sal,
do
if
this?
he's not being a mopey little bitch.
Well, I think, wow. I think maybe if you're wanting to tell most of the party, like there are two different options. You can do this one at a time. That's really time consuming. I think you would just gather together in like I don't know, like in a lounge room situation or something like that. We sit down, we have this conversation so that you don't have to have it 4 or 5 different times.
And with that
Like
being
a group chat.
with that being at least the plan, we will cut back over to Lilith post sending on this very same morning, and the response, Lilith, that you get in the first raise.
Hold on, Ash is telling you to stop.
Whoa.
Fuck, sorry. I could. The menu wouldn't come up to unmute my microphone.
Incredible.
Yeah, cool. We're good now. Hey,
Excellent.
action.
The response that you receive is that same childlike voice. It doesn't seem to be particularly different
Okay.
than the voice that you heard in the previous response.
Mhm.
There is no acknowledgement of that previous message, but what you do receive is, "That's a really nice thing to say, but Daddy is taking me for a picnic and he says we might see a dryad." End of message.
You motherfucker. I fucking hate you. I'm gonna find where you live and I'm gonna send some bones to your house.
I can help out with that, Ash. I'll send you the address.
Thank you, honey. I'm gonna do it.
And over the course then of the rest of the morning, I assume that there will be a point in time at which you all congregate.
Yeah, how about that detect magic spell?
Nothing in this house at all. Pinks.
Boo.
There's nothing here that seems to have everything.
That's
here.
lame.
This is the most
we heard from Kyle?
mundane building. Kyle, as far as you're aware, is still locked up in his cell.
Yeah, but have
in
we
this
heard
house.
anything? Because he's a drunk and, withdrawals can be rough.
Not a peep.
We also scared Trappin into not giving him any alcohol.
Correct. Not a peep. So, collectively then, presumably at this same house, if those of you who require eating, which I think is all of you, would like to do so, I assume.
You guys want some eggs before we start? I can rustle a few up.
Vermilion, could you just tell everyone what you've been up to?
Listen, listen. I think everyone should be comfortable and be eating.
I think you should just spit it right out there, honey.
Octua. Okay, so everybody, thank you for coming to this meeting / breakfast. That Malia called on my behalf because I was too scared to do it. So anyway, last night, I went for a walk in the woods. There were some wolves there. And I met a guy, who took me to speak to a really old tree lady. And, I think I have an idea about what to do about the werewolf bites. Maybe.
I mean, are you sure this wasn't just some kind of dream? I mean, it sounds very, like, dream-like.
I don't know if you know this, Sal, but it sounds like Vermilion doesn't really sleep and just goes into some form of like a nightmare trance.
Yeah, it's
Right.
kind of like a meditation.
Right, okay, well...
Have you met an elf before?
I have met one or two elves, but I
Okay.
haven't really kind of paid attention what
You
they're
ever sleep
doing
with an elf?
behind.
I don't think I've ever
No,
watched
I
one
haven't.
sleep either, because that would be fucking weird.
Yeah.
No, I have not slept with any elves.
Okay. How about a snake lady?
So you were talking about like werewolf bites and stuff.
Yeah. So I was in the woods and I listen. So this kind of came about because I embellished the truth a little bit. But basically I told the wolves that I was involved in the killing of the werewolves. And then they sent word to someone and I was told to come back into the woods at nighttime. So I did. By myself. Well, not really by myself because of the wolves and anyway. So I met this guy called Keylor and he took me into the woods to meet well, I don't know how much you guys know
Is there
about
a point to
druids.
this story, Vermilion, or are you just
Yeah.
going to recount minute by minute everything that you did last night?
Yes. Anyway, so I met an archdruid, and I was told that basically there might be a way to cure the possible lycanthropy that we've been stricken with.
Great,
Oh,
wonderful.
you mean you and Lilith,
Yeah, that would be we, 2 people.
right?
Not we, everyone.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on... It could be we, all of us, depending
Oh, also
on...
this mace is cursed as fuck.
Great.
And I have to go and hide it somewhere. But I kind of have to keep resisting it, or it's gonna probably make me turn into a werewolf.
Maybe you should give it to somebody else then.
I have a little bag that leads to a pocket dimension.
Okay.
Open
was
bag
told-
of holding.
I was told I need to hold on to it, but listen, no one touch this thing. It is truly a bad idea.
Vermilion, can I just suggest something as your best friend?
Okay. Glares at Sal.
Next time you get invited by mysterious wolves into a deep dark forest at nighttime
Mhm.
to meet with some people that you don't know,
Mhm.
it doesn't have to be me that you bring along, but maybe take someone with you.
I mean, I did.
Who?
Doesn't matter. Anyway, but these were just regular wolves. They weren't mysterious.
No, I'm sorry. As your best friend, I'm going to press on this. Who the fuck did you take with you?
Kind of personal, and I feel like we should discuss this later.
I would like to discuss it now because you could have gotten yourself killed.
That's zone of truth.
Bam.
Wow. This
So
is the,
it's
PvP we wanted all along.
it's a charisma save for everyone except me in the circle.
Excellent.
I will know if you fail.
I rolled a natural 1 minus 1.
Whoa.
A natural 0, yes.
I rolled an 8 plus 1 is 9.
Excellent. You also fail.
I got a 6.
Fail.
Dirty 20.
Success.
Hey.
But I know about it. So Sal, Malia, and Vermilion cannot willingly speak a lie for the next 10 minutes. And so everything they have to say is truth, or they
We know,
just
though,
say
right?
silent.
We know, though, right? So we can choose to avoid
Yes,
saying
an affected
specific
creature
things.
is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering a question to which it would normally respond with a lie. You can be evasive in answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Sorry.
Thank
was
goodness
that-
I'm a lawyer.
Was that not already happening? Okay, great.
Yeah, were we not just doing that voluntarily? Were we not having an open and honest discussion like a bunch of good friends?
As
Vermilion.
As you were.
Yes.
Who were you with?
I mean, I guess it's probably easier if I just show you. So you know how, like, sometimes I catch bugs?
I'm aware.
Yeah, okay. And you know that I kind of, like, a little protective over this little backpack?
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that. And
Great. Could you show me the reason?
Yeah, so Vermilion is going to put down the backpack, like his little backpack on the table. And then, like, undo the clasp and open it up and, like, look inside. Is like, it's all right, buddy. You can come out if you like. And you, I guess, would see...
Is it another monkey with a gun?
Not a fucking monkey with a gun. No.
What do they see? MVC. What do they see?
It's
been a long fucking time coming. What do they see?
Truly so long. And I guess emerging from the bag, probably, like, the first thing you would probably see is these two large pointy ears. And then this, like, small, not quite rodentous, but kind of a cross between, like, maybe like rodent and canine-y like face, sandy fur, and like really like little intelligent eyes. It's like a little and if I guess Lilith, you're free from the Carillion, right? You've been to the Carillion
Yes.
area.
I was in prison there, yes.
Yeah, and so I don't know how much you know about the flora and fauna of that particular region of the land, but this is a little desert fox.
You would have absolutely seen in your travels, Lilith,
Yeah.
one of these foxes.
And for a real world example, it kind of looks like those fennec foxes with the big ears.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was Ash, not Lilith.
So this is Astudus Furbo. My mother gave it to me, and yeah.
Is it friendly?
Hi.
Oh yeah. It's kind of shy, but, like, you know, when you're really small, he's real smart, but when you're really small, like, a lot of things are big and scary, so I kind of just keep him in here, and, you know.
I totally get that.
How big, Envy, is the fox, like, just in terms of...
I guess it's probably like it maybe a foot or so.
like about Lancelot size?
Yeah, about that.
Okay, cool. So the monkey could theoretically ride it into battle.
Oh no.
Potentially.
Excellent. Just checking.
So yeah, this is Astudus is kind of always with me. So that's why I wasn't in the forest alone. Does that answer
Okay.
your question?
It does.
It's also what I've been feeding the bugs to.
Why not show us?
Well, none of you really asked.
How are we to fucking know to ask? And when you don't just be like, hey, what's in your fucking pack? You just don't.
I don't know, you didn't think it was weird that I was always talking to it and feeding it bugs?
You literally sleep at the end of my bed. There is nothing that is not weird that
Yeah, you were
do.
fine with asking me about that.
But I mean, also just as a point of call, like it's a little cute, fluffy, like dog kind of thing. I don't really think that qualifies as something to like help keep you safe if you go out into the middle of a forest with a bunch of wolves and stuff.
I didn't
Unless,
say it
of
was to keep me
course,
safe. I just said I wasn't alone.
yeah, no. Oh, shite. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Okay, well, let me restate my fucking point.
Oh yeah, that
Vermilion.
thing we were having. You
I
confused?
don't
you wanna
want-
listen to this.
I don't want you to die. And in order to do so, you need to be careful and you need to protect yourself. And in doing so, when you walk into evidently dangerous situations, if you could choose to let one of us in on that conversation so that we can escort you, that would be ideal.
Okay, so like you want me to leave a note next time, or
No, I'd like you to invite one of us. It doesn't have to be me. It can be any of these people.
fair enough.
And when I say people, I'm excluding your little backpack friend.
Okay. Anyone else? But him.
Something
I mean-
bipedal, I think. Does the monkey count? Is a monkey a biped?
Yeah, I was gonna take Zephyr.
Where is Kaori, by the way?
Yeah,
Listen,
Probably
if I was
stealing
her
something.
and I burnt down an entire building, I would probably also be in hiding.
I mean, really, it's not her fault that the fire got out of control. Maybe the villagers should have, responded sooner.
I also did tell everyone that she burned along with the blacksmith, so it's probably good that she's not around.
Yes, but the monkey stole so many things, and I want to know what they are.
And about
Right,
that point in time, Trabbit, the gnome, walks into the kitchen, or the area in which you were having your breakfast. And on sort of seeing you through the door, immediately starts saying, "Well, we've figured out how we're going to choose the mayor." And walking into the zone of truth, "I'm shitting my fucking dacks if they decide it's going to be me. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to leave forever."
But
Wow,
no!
What a weird thing to say out loud.
And then just kind of stops, steps back a bit.
No, come closer. That was funny.
No, it's okay. But look, we've established the process for choosing a new mayor and sheriff. You're all welcome to stay, but I feel like it's better for the town if you all leave as soon as possible. Please don't take any offense to that.
I concur. Let's get the fuck out of this town. I hate it here.
I tend to agree. This place is done.
It's an absolute shithole.
What's a
I mean-
shithole?
Well,
Tiny, we'll talk about
I'm
that
not
later.
the one to show
Okay.
you, honey.
Yeah, it's look, a shithole is this town. So I mean, ultimately, it's the same thing.
How are you going to
Okay.
elect the mayor?
It's a voting process. There's sticks involved. Everyone gets a stick. There's buckets for everyone who's nominated. It's a very orderly process, which is easy and simple. Everyone
You're gonna
can...
put sticks in a bucket to decide who your mayor.
multiple
Is it-
buckets.
Is it blinded so that people don't know who other people are voting for?
How do you make sure that multiple people don't use multiple sticks?
All of
Do you
those.
have like a
have-
scrutineer or something?
Some kind of standardized sort of stick.
I
sorting
love
process.
these questions, but do we really care? Because
Right, this
I'm
is true.
still standing in the zone of drift. I don't give a fuck. Let's
Right,
get the
no,
fuck
look,
out of
And
here.
Trabbit outside of the zone of truth just kind of backs up against the wall of like the hallway out of this room and just kind of like sits depressed on the ground, just dealing with these barrage of very valid questions that do not seem to have been considered in the rules of this township.
Can I maybe suggest that because we've got two of our little friends here who have got this nasty bite and we've got an idea about what to do, we actually go.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get to that part.
Well,
So-
I thought you were talking something about it. I mean,
I did. I didn't get to say that part yet.
Okay, well, tell us then.
Okay, so we need to find Ribbon's lair, and in there he has some kind of an antidote, but it's going to have to be blessed for it to work. There we go.
Right.
Blessed by who or what?
Oh,
Right.
cleric.
Voila.
all right. Well, where's this Ribbit's lair then?
Do we have a time frame that we need to do this in?
About a week.
Probably before the next full
Yeah,
moon.
about a week.
Right. So again, do we know where this lair place is?
Well, I mean, nope. Unless, I mean, Ribbit did
Why
spend a lot of
don't you
time here
use your,
in this house. Maybe it's here.
Why don't you use your new little fucking wolfy senses to figure it out?
Okay, I don't have wolf senses. Do you have wolf senses, Vermilion?
I'm just making an assumption, considering you were both bitten by this thing.
Nope.
Oh, really? I was quite unconscious when it happened, so I don't even know if I got bitten by a wolf or if it was just you.
Travis, you hear from the
Tell
hallway.
truth.
You guys got bit.
No.
Eh, fine.
Well, yes. Fuck. Tell the truth.
That seems like a problem. Yes.
Well,
No
good
problem.
thing we
To
are.
leave.
We are
Good thing
going.
we're leaving your house.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't need to
fine.
worry about it.
It's fine. I would like to be leaving this house and this little zone thing as well, and go and try and find out where this Ribbit lair thing is.
Why do you keep saying it like a frog, you weirdo?
Well, wasn't it Ribbit? It was Ribbon, Robin. wasn't it?
Riven. The Riven.
Oh, Ribbon.
Yeah,
sorry.
It
V for
really
Vendetta.
doesn't matter that much, to be quite honest.
All
I'm gonna
right,
turn
so-
to Trabbit. Where did you put the corpses? Are they still just out there, or have you moved them, buried them,
No,
burned them?
Court buried them in the graveyard.
Hey.
That's where corpses go.
That's true.
I'm just gonna look back at the group. Let's go dig them up and talk to them.
That sounds fucking horrifying. I don't want to do that.
It's okay. I'll do it myself.
Great.
Look, I'll
I have speak with dead, Promethean. Stop fucking laughing at me.
No, as you were.
I mean, if we can find a shovel, I'll suppose I'll come and help out.
Oh, we don't need a shovel. I can do it.
Okay. All right.
Excellent.
I really want to know what that means.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Tiny use
No,
Move Earth.
everyone for whose
Yes.
benefit Tidywing has used Mold Earth previously was in a coffin at the time that happened.
Only the monkey saw it.
Correct. Trabbit then will, shell-shocked, absolutely wanting you to get out of his immediate vicinity, provide directions to the cemetery of this small town. Not particularly far away at all from the house.
Well, do your fucking thing when we get there.
Okay.
Wow, another graveyard. Seems to be a theme.
Been a bit tired of graveyards.
Can I feed your dog?
I think technically it's a fox, but sure.
Cool. Can I pull like a strip of like jerky out of my rations? Just like offer it to Acidus?
Is that the name?
Yeah.
Did I miss the name entirely? How
Mm-hmm.
dumb of
Wow,
me.
bad DM.
Oh,
Look, I was doing damage control. You don't need to
Whoa.
ask me. That's a thing that you can do.
I was
Yeah, you can do
asking Vermilion.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No,
Oh,
you absolutely
NPC,
can.
NPC rather. What happens? Because I'm not in control of the fox.
It's okay, buddy. And then it'll be like, yum, yum, yum.
You are so adorable. I think we should-
Fucking
I think we
magnificent.
I can't wait for Promethean to have to do the voice of this character.
Yeah, that's right. I assume you're all heading to the graveyard then.
Uh-huh.
Done. It is immediately apparent that there are only a handful of fresh graves that have been dug in this area.
Great. I can do this once, so I might need someone to translate since he's still, he died as a direwolf-ish thing. I just look at Vermilion.
So
Yeah, sure. I'll give it a red hot go.
there are very specifically 3 grapes.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them have markers, kind of basic markers, like placeholder markers, right? One of them reads Sasha, one of them reads Bort, the other one appears to be unmarked.
Which one do you want me to do?
The one that's clearly for the bastard.
Okay. And
Oh,
she's going
right.
to.
You don't know. Sometimes when people are shitheads and they die, they just get buried without a name on them. So that no one knows where they are.
I'm surprised he was buried in the graveyard, to be honest.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
well, you're digging 2 holes. You don't want to walk up the hill to dig a third.
I'm learning way too many new things, and okay. I'm going to cast Mold Earth on the one with no name.
Okay, excellent. And fucking expunged then from the ground is the blackened, charred, absolutely fucked up remains of Riven.
So not even like in a coffin, just like they buried him raw.
Not even in a coffin. Absolutely
Wow.
buried him
His
raw.
raw dog in his grave.
It's great.
Yeah. Again, I need you to understand how fucking shit and poor this little hamlet that you're currently
Yeah.
in actually is.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
okay.
so
Yeah, but not even like a potato sack. Just
this
like
charred hybrid form is presented to you atop of this churned earth.
okay, I am going to cast Speak with Dead.
Marvelous. You will need to read for me the description of Speak with Dead, please, so I don't fuck it up.
You grant the semblance of life to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer questions you pose. The corpse must have a mouth, and the spell fails if the deceased creature was undead when it died. The spell also fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. And answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are antagonistic towards it or it recognizes you as an enemy. The spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn any new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. With that in mind, I'm going to disguise self to look like Trabbit.
Oh, nice.
But like a tall version of Trabbit, but I'm going to crouch down to make myself look small. Because disguise self only works for like a foot. And I'm 6'9", so.
Real tall Trabbit. Okay, great. Hit it. Spell.
Yeah, I just wave my hands and this necrotic energy curls around it, and I like to imagine that shadows kind of animate the jaw bones again. And
The corpse
Hang on,
is too damaged. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely fucking kidding.
well, that's not in the spell description, so
No,
fuck you.
No, absolutely fine. The corpse does, like, you see that animating, like, it's as though you can see it. The animating spirit of Riven does indeed possess the body, and its clawed hand kind of raises and points then at you, Lilith, as a very tall
Rabbit.
rabbit.
I'm crouched. I'm short Trabbit. I didn't think about my questions before this. So I'm going to try and sound as uncertain as possible to kind of get the Trabbit vibe. So I'm just going to be like, boss, where did you work outside of... What's this place's name again, Pro?
Erding?
Where did you work outside of Erding?
The head turns. Bold of you to assume. I consider it work. It was, rather, a pleasure.
I'm impressed at how much like a corpse Pro made himself look just then.
It's my
And how
default.
easily
I'm
to-
not-
It's my
I'm
default
not-
fucking state.
I'm not. He's a husk.
He
We've
is
just
a husk.
established this.
He is the husk. Trust the
Okay.
husk.
Boss, where did you do your wolfie thing outside of Erding?
Excuse me one moment.
Wow.
Okay. Yep, sure, fine. Old Hunter's Lodge. Kyle knows the way.
Is Carl a werewolf as well?
Not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
I mean, not yet.
Anybody else? What does this mace do?
Oh, I can tell you all about that.
Is
It's cursed as fuck.
is that asked? So you've asked Riven what the
Yeah.
mace does?
Yeah.
The body stiffens, straightens, every charred muscle taut. The head lolls back. It offers power. And then it collapses
Yep.
to the earth.
Wow.
I spit on that corpse.
I need to bury it again.
Ah, just leave it.
Okay.
Just gonna kick it for good measure.
Wow.
Well,
Kick in the corpse.
we should just ask Kyle then. He should be sober at this point.
Do you want me to ask him? Because he seemed. I don't know. He seemed to talk to me a bit different than you.
True. And then we scared the piss out of it. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Anybody coming with me? Or.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We can all come with you if you want.
I don't particularly want to hang out in the graveyard all day.
Thank you.
I kind of like it here, but all right.
You are welcome to stay.
So is anyone not going to make the journey back to the sheriff's house then? Nope, everyone's heading in? Easy. You'll find it unoccupied, other than Kyle in the prison room. It seems the entire town is having a little town meeting down in the village proper somewhere, going about the business of voting in a new mayor and sheriff. And you find Kyle in the prison room.
For the record, I'm still told Trabbit.
Tall Trabbit.
Yeah,
Like-
remind me, did he have like a closed door scenario or like jail cell type bars thing?
It's a completely unfurnished room. There's no bars to speak of. He is shackled to the ground though.
Okay.
Both arms and legs, fairly long kind of chains. So he's got a pretty decent kind of range of movement in the back part of this room.
Is he awake when we get there?
No. Snoring though, very loudly.
I don't want to touch him, so I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make a nice loud sound right next to his ear.
Okay, great. He jolts awake, immediately looks the direction of those of you in this room, to you, Tiny Wing. I've been good. I haven't done anything wrong.
Wonderful. Would you like to be useful, helpful, maybe?
Trabbit, you got really big.
Yeah,
Ignore-
just
Ignore that.
just for the record, it's like normal gnome torso, super long legs.
Brilliant.
It's like when you lift up an owl and you can see that they've got like super big legs.
Oh no.
Is this what sobriety is actually like?
I don't know what sobriety is, but do you want to be helpful? Do you want to be useful? Do something good?
You can see a series of thought processes trying to occur in this man's cranium. he doesn't give you a response. He just continually staring at you, Tiddywig, just kind of nods slowly and uncertainly.
You did things with Riven, correct?
I didn't do anything with Riven. I tracked him. I followed him. I thought I was going to be the savior of the town and redeem myself.
Yeah, nobody's doing that anytime soon. Where did you track him to? Did he have like a cave, a lair, or something like that?
There's this old shack up the foothills there. It's not used anymore. Just near there's like a cave. Look, did I have a distillery in the shack? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Was I heading up that way anyway? Yes. But I was trying to track him. I was trying to do a good thing, okay? One good thing.
Or you might have done another. She's going to turn around and look at Lilith as Trevor and just be like, "We good? Is this all we need?"
And telepathically, you're going to hear, can he show us the way in exchange for his freedom?
Would you like to show us instead of staying here?
In the most kind of serious and seemingly coherent moment that you've seen this half-elf kind of convey, this kind of lifts up his hands. Yeah.
Can we get him out of here? She's going to sort of look at everyone as a group there.
I'm going to look at Malia because she probably has thieves' tools.
Muted.
You are muted, baby girl.
Turn your damn microphone on.
Wow, I keep pressing it and it's just not responding.
Same.
Wow. Bold of you to assume. Yes, I have thieves' tools.
You know that you do because you robbed Velkior's place blind, baby girl.
Did truly rob Velkior.
I did.
I've still got all this shit in my bag.
Can I suggest that someone goes and distracts out there so we can just sneak on out?
Oh, sure. I'm great at distracting.
The entire town is currently gathered.
Oh, great. They're not here?
They're
Excellent.
holding an
Well, I'm
election.
This
absolutely
place
get
is
fucked.
entirely empty. Yep.
Great. I'm going to
Except
use
for
my
Tall
thieves'
Trabbit.
tools to get this guy, get Kyle, the monster energy drinker, out of his cell.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
I get to add my proficiency, right? Because it's thieves' tools.
Probably. I don't know the rules.
Guidance, take that too.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Hold on, wait. This is so much maths.
Would you roll? What's on the die? Wow. I want to make this fucking land. You're going to know exactly how high I got.
31.
Yeah, easy. Piece of cake.
Yeah, great. Cool. I swing open the cell door.
Sure. Or unlock the manacles. Either
Yeah.
one of those would be fine. Yeah, and congratulations.
Both of those things. I do both. Do you know why? Because I'm cool.
You've absolutely freed this drunken, lecherous thief. Who
Are you going to make this difficult for us, Carl?
No, he's not, because he knows what happens if he does the wrong thing.
points immediately at Tiny Wing? Exactly.
Wonderful. Let's go.
I'm gonna look at Kyle and I'm gonna snap my fingers and turn back into Lilith.
And for a moment, it's
Just purely for intimidation reasons.
yeah, and he's well and truly re-intimidated. Yes.
Excellent.
And he will head out immediately. It will mind on the mission and lead you up into the foothills, kind of I guess it's going to be kind of to the southwest of the main kind of forest line, so through a thinner part of the forest than Vermilion you headed into the kind of the deeps, and yeah, after a couple of hours or so of tracking through this area, you come upon what looks like an old shack, and just off to the side is a cave into a rock wall beyond.
Who's taking the lead? Vermilion, you
can.
kind of had an idea about this. I think you should.
Yep, I definitely know what we're looking for.
Great. Someone should.
I'll go first.
I'll share my eyes of night with everyone. So 300 feet of dark vision.
Whoa, purple.
Very purple.
You gotta warn me before you do that.
No, I don't think I will.
Okay.
Down we go. Down into the cave or wherever we're going.
Before we go, can I just take
This
a peek in
cave,
the
it was
shack
made
in
for
case
me.
it's in the shack?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna peek in the shack. I'm also curious about this distillery.
It says
Uh,
Love Shack.
It does not. But what you do find is just some old kind of blankets on a straw pallet. A distillery made of truly the shittiest possible material, with some alcohol that presumably would be able to actually melt rust in it. And that's all. It is a properly shitty little building.
It's a wonder he hasn't gone blind. There's probably so much methanol in it.
Cool. Excellent. Doesn't look like there's a vial of magical werewolf cure-all in here.
Excellent. Down.
But that was a question
Oh,
from Ethan.
no absolute cure-all.
Okay,
Nothing fair.
Excellent. Wonderful.
The cave, though, only has a short entrance before it, with your dark vision, you can see that it opens up. In the first thing that you notice, I'll actually get everyone to roll a perception check and roll off for me what you got. What you all will immediately notice is just this musky animal smell permeating this area.
Natural 20, baby.
Oh, excellent.
It's my one roll of the night.
30, 20.
22.
18.
7.
Once
Whoa.
again, you're so bad at. We gotta get
Blind
Sal
old man.
glasses. Yeah, we gotta get Sal glasses at some point.
He's not that old, right?
Yeah, he's
Or
like
else-
20.
No, Sal's super young. He's
Yeah.
just got the perception of a.
He's old enough to have an ex-wife.
Yeah.
That reminds me, Saz, I gotta ask you something later.
How long?
Wow.
What's the range on the dark vision that you've?
300 feet.
Okay, excellent. With the exception of Sal, the other thing that each of you will notice is in the deepest part of the cavern beyond the entrance, probably 80, 90 feet away, something appears to be sleeping there. A large wing wrapped over it. A furry tail out beyond and just kind of twitching.
What kind of tail?
With the
A
dark
long tail, a
vision,
short tail, a medium-sized tail. Does it have a tuft on the end? Like,
it looks to have some kind of a tuft. What are we going to see at that distance? Yeah, look, I think you could see it. There are spikes on this tail is the thing that stands out to you all.
Spike tail, eh? I get a sense of what this thing might be at this distance.
Could roll for me.
Yes, Lord Daddy.
There's a
Wow.
you're supposed to do it when you want something from him, not as just an affirmation. And
I'll take it. Roll for me. This was a survival check.
Can I also ask Astatus if he, now that you all know he exists, if he can, if the smell is at all familiar to him?
Roll.
I'm
a
doing this
surv-
for advantage.
Okay. Well, take advantage on the survival check then. Yes.
Yeah. Survival. Sweet. I'm going to need that advantage. That's much better. That's 18.
What was the other roll?
The other roll was an 11.
Okay.
It was 7 on the dice plus 4.
Initially, there's no recognition. Acidus?
Yeah, Astatus.
Ast-
I will send you the actual spelling of the name so
Thank
that
you.
you can remember what it is.
Appreciate that.
It's got 2 names.
I think kind of just pops up a little paw on your arm.
Mhm.
Daddy, that's a fucking manticore.
Daddy.
Oh god, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
Wow.
Okay, Emily, your time to shine, honey.
Hey, I fucking called it. I fucking called it.
Emily literally just sent me a message that says, "If this is a fucking manticore, I'm yeeting off a cliff."
I had my suspicion, me, not Vermilion, based on the description. I'm like, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. Or maybe it is. Thanks, bud. Hey guys. There's a manticore down there.
What is that? What is it? What's that?
Do I know what a manticore is?
Yeah, do any of us know what a manticore is?
Roll everyone, either your choice of a history or a survival check, we'll say as well.
Oh, I'm going with survival. My God. Okay.
I know
Brilliant.
nothing.
25.
9.
Dirty 20.
25.
14 on the dice plus 3 for guidance plus 8 for survival. 17 plus 8 is
Natural
25.
20 plus 5.
Yeah.
Me and
But-
Tiny Wing are just like,
What was Sal's?
Dirty 20.
Yeah, okay. Sal, you've definitely heard of these creatures for sure. And in fact, there are within kind of the reaches of where your family kind of lives, there are a few areas that are known to be the domain of a manticore or two. So you've definitely perhaps even encountered one or two in the past. Lilith, it's entirely possible your family once had one as a pet.
Nice. Give it.
And Vermilion, you were absolutely aware of these creatures from probably a more academic perspective, if nothing else. So
For Ash, who doesn't know much about manticores, can you just elaborate on what a manticore is, please?
Sure, absolutely. Let me pull up the right stat block so that I'm not looking at the fucking right thing. So I'll just read it word for word in this sense.
Oh,
So a
God.
manticore is a monster in every sense of the word. It has a vaguely humanoid head, the body of a lion, and the wings of a dragon, with a bristling mane stretching down the creature's back and a long tail ending in a cluster of deadly spikes that can impale prey at impressive range. The end.
Promethean.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that this was going to be a nothing day. The second day, I have not tracked a single spell that I've cast this whole session on account of that.
Luckily. So, remove curse.
Yep.
Lesser restoration.
Mm-hmm.
Protection from evil and good.
Uh-huh.
2 times sendings. Actually, we'll just go with 1. We'll say that 1 happened
was one.
the
One
night
was
before.
One was the night before.
Speak with dead. Disguise self.
Okay, so I've cast more third levels than I have slots for. Disguise self and detect magic are nothings. But okay. Oops.
Look, we'll allow it.
Okay.
That's
I'm
fine.
just gonna mark them off real quick.
It's a manticore. It'll be fine. Let me check on this real quick. So here's how this is going to work. You are far enough away collectively that this thing is not currently aware of your existence. You're all going to decide how you want to approach the situation. With your dark vision in this place and the rest of this place, to what you can kind of see, it's a wolf's den. There's fuck all in here, with the exception of, on kind of like a carved out piece of rock, what looks to be like some kind of leather scabbard, and next to that a large kind of metal flask of some kind, with a big stopper in it. It is on the other side of that manticore. Before we jump into the decision-making process or consequences, we are going to take a quick little 5-minute break. because your boy actually needs to empty his bladder truly. So
Go
much.
piss, girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
go piss,
he'll be
girl.
doing that, and we'll be back in 5 minutes.
pee, y'all.
See you again real quick. There you go.
So anyway, I started
Whoa.
blasting.
Hey, we're back. This group of absolute goons are on the hunt for some kind of alleged antidote to lycanthropy.
Well, I don't see any ants, so
And-
I don't think it's here.
And they've made their way to a cave that is supposedly the lair of a lycanthrope that they've previously murdered the absolute fuck out of. Sleeping in that cave is a manticore. You were all 80 or 90 feet, I think I said, away. It is asleep. It hasn't noticed your existence yet. What you can do about it?
Hey, Malia. Malia,
I can hear you.
do you reckon you could sneak to the other side of that manticore? If I give you a little help.
I think I could probably make that happen. In
you
fact,
can climb up walls, right?
you have seen me do that, yes.
I just wondered if that was like a one-off thing.
Oh no, I can just do that naturally.
Okay.
I also can make myself invisible, so I could do that also.
Yeah, I feel like we want you to be as sneaky as possible so that we don't wake up the manticore.
Okay. And
And I would like to cast Pass Without Trace on Malia.
Excellent. We haven't checked in with Vermilion on this. What does the casting of Pass Without Trace look like from Vermilion?
Look, great question. Thank you so much for putting me on the spot like that. I truly love it when you do
welcome to the improv game, baby girl.
that. Welcome to the improv game. So I guess it's kind of hard to describe, but I guess like it would be Vermilion would like kind of rub his hands together like if you were trying to start a fire, and it would be like this little wisp of and so I'm gonna vamp here a little bit. So usually it's like the material components are like burned leaves, and so it would be like rubbing those together in his hands until they generate this little whiff of almost like smoke, and then kind of just like whispering an incantation at it, like you're trying to almost like blowing on tinder to make a fire. And it would be this little wisp of really black smoke that almost looks like shadows, and it sort of floats through the air and I guess kind of expands or around where Malia is, and it almost feels like it's like, if you know what the silence spell is like, it's almost like a momentary, it takes away like the noise in like a little area around her. So yeah, that's what it is.
Excellent. Fucking magnificent. We love that.
I'm gonna-
Simultaneously, while that's happening, Malia will see the shadows kind of approaching and then just disappear with them.
Before you disappear, I'm going to boop you on the nose and cast guidance.
Great.
Just
Fucking
because
hell.
I really hope you roll a nat 20 because I want to know what this number's going to be.
Oh no, you pushed her invisible button.
Telepathically, you're just going to hit a million. Don't make me laugh right now.
Okay, Malia,
Hey,
under the
Hey.
effects of Pass Without Trace,
hey, Lord Daddy, can you be kind to me, please?
booped. What's Malia's plan? What are you doing?
Can I find a path to walk on the walls over this manticore?
Incredible.
To get to literally the other side whilst invisible, pass without a trace and guided.
You absolutely can give it a red hot fucking go. I assume stealthily.
Yeah, absolutely stealthily.
she's
I
putting her
wouldn't
stompy
be,
boots on.
Do you know what? I've gone invisible to just be like, time to stomp around.
Okay, roll for fucking
I'm
stealth,
doing the nut
baby girl.
bush
Let's
the
go.
entire way.
Do it.
Yeah, but because this is really fucking cool, can she roll with advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. It's not a nat 20, but it's very close. Hold on. This is so much maths.
Start with the dice.
Yep. Hold on. Don't interrupt me. Okay. What's Pass Without a Trace?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
That's like a 40 or something cooked. It's like a 41.
Excellent. There are like
That's absolutely fucked. How do you roll that? That's weird. I hate that.
there are entire like colonies of bugs and spiders and shit on the walls and
Ugh.
roof of this cave that have absolutely no fucking idea that you exist. As you make your way up the walls and roof of this cave to the other side of the Manticore as planned.
I am looking for any vials or flasks of liquid that would hint to being said antidote that we have been told about.
Roll a perception check, I guess.
Yeah, go on. Do I get advantage because I have 300 feet of dark vision?
No.
No.
You are guided.
Is that just once or is that?
No, so it's like a full minute.
Oh, okay, great. Where's the D4? Yeah, okay. Perception. 21.
As far as you can tell, so there's this flask here, as mentioned, just like an old kind of leather scabbard. Looks like it's for a sword of some kind. Beyond that, there's very little that you can see in this cave.
I'm grabbing it. Let's go.
There's a few tufts of fur lying around. Like 21, it's not a bad roll. So
Not interested in the fur.
You can clearly see that this has been occupied at some point by furred creatures of some kind over in the corner of the cave somewhere. There's a bunch of what looks like dog shit over there. as well.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I'm interested solely in antidotal shaped things.
Great. You would assume then that would be the metal flask that you've come
Yeah.
across.
The sword is the antidote.
I mean,
Not wrong.
Uh,
Yeah.
Malia's actually going to leave the sword. Just take the antidote, the flask.
Mhm.
Pocket that
Yep.
and attempt to scale the wall.
You rolled a
back.
40 something. Absolutely zero issues with doing that exact thing.
Great. At risk of ruining everyone's day, when I take the flask, do I remain invisible?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it just becomes invisible because it's part of your person.
Because it's not an attack or anything, right? So surely it's fine. But I'm just trying to be nice.
You are. Read invisibility out for me real quick.
You know what? Fuck you. Forget I said anything.
It's just if it's for the spell, it just ends if the target attacks or casts a spell
Or takes damage
or
Right.
takes
like,
damage.
from like an AoE or something.
I'm pretty
There you
sure.
go. I'm fine.
I'm going to get
I'm
you to
good.
read it out for me anyway.
Okay, I have it right here. Hey, a creature you touch, which is I touch myself, until the spell ends. Anything is invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. Spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Yeah, perfect. In
That's
which
it.
case you grab this flask and immediately it also becomes invisible.
Hot. Great. I take it and invisibly scale the wall back to my friends. Once I get there,
Guys, she called us her friends.
shut the fuck up. Once I get there, you don't know. Emily said that, not Malia.
Hey,
wow.
Crows
Hey.
2 friends. Hey, hi. Welcome to an intense moment of fucking 40 rolled for stealth.
Stack
Are you gonna
those
shout
buffs.
out what you actually do, or are you just gonna let the raid sit there?
Well, you did such a cool moment. I didn't want to interrupt it, but hey, hi, welcome. We're the Lawrites. We play D&D and a few other dumb things. Currently, we're playing the Sword of the Skulls campaign, in which this mob, heisting, sort of, from a mostly empty cave, a bottle of lycanthropy antidote. which is only guarded currently by a sleeping manticore that Malia, our rogue, has just successfully properly stealthed her way around and back again to the little party.
Malia also canonically called us all her friends.
Correct.
You
It's
heard it
true.
here first, everyone.
In character.
Emily told you they're friends. Okay, great. When I get back to my companions, I
Come.
fucking hell. I will take still being invisible, I guess. I will take the flask out of my pocket and I will attempt to place it into Vermilion's hand. And I will say, I think you should hold on to this.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the group and say, we have two options. Still invisible. we can
Ghost.
take this and we can go. Which I would say is the more intelligent option of the two. Or we can we can end this thing if you truly wish it so.
We have a little saying where I'm from. It's let sleeping manticores lie, because Sal will literally die if he has to find something else.
Look, I mean,
It's handed down from generations.
I've had rest and stuff, so I'm okay for the most part now. But I mean, it hasn't really done anything to us. It's just an animal.
Yeah.
Feel like
That's
we
just an
should-
animal. Are you two insane? That thing is. I had one as a pet when I was a kid. That is.
What, did he
fucking-
just
Why
Yourselves
did you
one time?
have a pet manticore? What sort of a fucking family do you come from?
Would you like to know? Anyway, we're killing that thing. I'm not taking no for an answer. I cast Guiding Bolt. Do I get to do it with advantage?
god!
Fucking hell.
Second level. Do I get to do it with advantage on account of it being asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. It's a natural 20.
Oh, here we go. This
It's
is
a nat
happening.
20. So I'm just gonna roll my dice. Oh no.
Oh,
So that's-
I love attacking a monster that gets 3
Okay.
attacks.
I need to fucking check my character sheet now.
Okay. So that's 5d6 because it's the second level.
Hey,
So
you
that
put your
is
glasses on. Good girl.
6, 12, 16, 18, 19 times 2 is 38 points of damage. Radiant damage. It's illuminated, and the next attack against it gets advantage. And if you guys aren't going to do that attack, I will do another one.
Well, hold on. We haven't even rolled initiative.
I know.
No.
But sometimes you guys just don't like to take the initiative, like with a certain ogre mage in the basement of Velkior's. So anyway, 38 points of radiant damage.
Okay, great.
We should put the ring on the manticore.
Amazing. So, we will at this point in time then have everyone roll initiative, please. Go.
Wow. Nice.
Alright, roll them off. Just give me what you got. So, we'll start with Malia.
Dirty 20.
Alright, Tiny Wing.
And
Lilith.
19.
Okay. Sal.
2.
Oh my god.
what did you do to your dice?
Body of a young man, rolls of an old man.
Vermilion.
14.
Okay, perfect. Right, so Lilith having initiated this. Yep, fine, easy. Malia. You're up first.
Fucking waste of a guiding bolt. You've already got advantage on account of being invisible.
Yeah.
But I
And
love
I
you, okay?
have advantage on account of being an assassin also.
That's-
So I got
that's true.
triple advantage.
How far away is this thing? Probably it's 90 feet from where we were.
We'll
wasn't
say
it?
80 feet.
80 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it awake now?
Oh fuck, it's 80 feet.
On being
I can't get
hit with
there.
the guiding bolt, it kind of stumbles to the side and yes, is absolutely waking up.
Okay, great. If it's 80 feet away, I can't get there. So what I will do is remain invisible. And I will use my entire turn to literally. Oh wait, I can bonus action dash as a rogue?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, well fuck you. I'm gonna get. I still can't get there. It's fine. My movement speed is 35 feet, and 35 times 2 is not 80. So I'm gonna get real fucking close. And I'm just gonna hold as an invisible being. Can I hold my action if it walks past me?
Yeah.
So if it walks past me, I am going to stab it with my dagger. Is what the action I would like to hold, whilst being within 10 feet of it.
Okay, sure. Not a problem at all. That's absolutely fine. Vermilion.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm a problem. But hey, thanks.
I am fully aware. Vermilion, you're up next.
Okay. I would like to cast Spike Growth where it is.
Okay, go for it.
So it's a 20-foot radius, centered on a point within 150 feet, where like hard spikes and thorns come up out of the ground. It becomes difficult terrain, and when it moves within that area, it will take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet of travel.
Okay, but no damage whilst not traveling?
It says when it moves into or within the area, so read that as you will.
So I'll say it's in the area, so roll the damage. Roll 2d4 damage.
Slay. With d4s, didn't think I'd be using d4s, so I'm going to get some d4s. Pull them out of my d4. Okay. Two plus 3 is 5.
Okay.
And it is piercing damage, if that's relevant.
It's fine. Strictly speaking, it was actually Lilith's turn next, so is there anything else? We'll hold off on anything else Vermilion might have. Lilith, we'll jump you in.
So technically Spike Growth isn't an attack roll, so I get advantage on this from my own Guiding Bolt.
Go for it.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level again.
Okay.
And that is gonna be worse, a 16 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Oh, sweet, excellent. I was like, we gone from the high of a nat 20 to the low of an 8. Worse. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the fuck is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more radiant damage, and it is once again illuminated for the next attack roll against it.
Excellent.
Wait, what can I do as a bonus action? Nothing good. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Was there anything else Vermilion wanted to throw in?
No.
Okay. Amazing.
Actually, I'll take my movement and I'll move 30 feet to the left of the party just to split away from the main group.
So there's only going to be about 15 feet of.
That's okay. Just
cave
so that
corridor.
if this thing decides to fly and land on us, it's not going to get all of us at once. In theory.
Okay.
Just to
Tiny Wing.
Hi. So straight up, she's going to Form of Dread as her bonus action. And then she's going to Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
With advantage.
With advantage.
I don't need the advantage. That was a nat 20.
Nice.
Magnificent.
How do you do yours? Double damage or?
Yeah, just double the damage rolled, I guess. I'm sure that's entirely inconsistent with what we've done before.
So 28 damage. And can you also please, because I did hit it, I'm actually remembering to do it for once, roll a wisdom saving throw against being frightened.
Sure. So how much damage though?
20, what did I say, 28?
Okay, brilliant. Your Eldritch Blast, would you like to describe how it absolutely melts this creature out of existence?
Well, her Eldritch blasts look like sunlight through amethyst, that color purple, and when they shatter on impact, it's like if you did drop an amethyst on the floor. So it's just shards of crystal. So I guess melting this thing's face off is basically this Eldritch Blast crystal look. I'm too tired for this. Hitting this manticore and then just shattering throughout the back of the cave there where it is.
Excellent.
Saz, you are doing so much dope shit this week. Honestly.
Really?
Hey, Saz, could you
Fucking-
stop being fucking rad for just
No.
1 minute, please? That'd be
No.
great. Thank you. Magnificent. So, Sal, I know how much you're looking forward to more combat today in your life in general, Ham. Alas, instead of that, this manticore is absolutely smoked out of existence. Malia has the flask supposedly full of lycanthropy.
No, I gave it to
Oh,
Vermilion.
correct. Gave it to Vermilion.
Delicious goo.
As this combat encounter initiated by Lilith takes place, Kyle fucking loses his shit. He squeals and starts bolting out of this fucking cave.
Hi, Kyle. I forgot you were here.
Gets to the cave mouth, at which point a second manticore lands
forgot
on
they-
that
I
son of a
forgot they-
bitch.
I forgot they hunt in packs.
Fucking gigantic lion claws around his throat, and his head is crushed into the ground.
Oh shit!
It
R.I.P. Carl.
screams into the cave in response to the death cries of its mate within the cave. Who would have been at the rear of the cave entrance party, real quick?
I feel like we were all kind of standing together.
Cool.
No, I'm deeper in. I'm
yeah,
deeper
aside
in.
from you.
Someone want to type in exclamation mark D6 in chat for me, real quick?
Fuck you, guy.
Do it. I got a 5.
Okay.
It was Kaori. She's dead now.
Oh.
Hence the black and grey.
Sadly, I'm afraid that's gonna roll on over to Vermilion then.
Oh god.
We love that for me.
Correct. And Vermilion, you watch in horror as a spike immediately heads in your direction. Ooh. Well, that's actually not too great. That's an 11 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah, cool. So in its rage and fury and grief, this spike just like launches into the side of this cave then. And this creature screams. Sal, you're next up in the initiative order. There is a manticore just outside the mouth of this cave now.
Sal will turn. Pause for a moment, and then we'll turn around, seeing this other manticore. Fuck.
Accurate.
And so I'm going to use Ravages of Time. So that's a con save, DC 16.
Sure. That's a 19. So that's a save.
Okay, so I only take half damage, so that's 5d8. Oh, hold on. I've actually rolled the right dice again. Okay, that's 5 and 17. 24. So it takes 12 points of necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll use Rapid Manifestation. And will psychically stab it, which is must make an intelligence saving throw DC 16.
That's only 7, so
Okay.
it's less than a 7. It's a 5.
Okay, so it's going to take 2d10 psychic damage, which is not great. So that's another 4 points of psychic damage.
Magnificent. So that's Sal. That brings us back around then to Malia, back at the top of the order.
Wait, did Tiny Wing have a go?
Yeah,
Yeah, she melted the
Okay.
face off
Tiny
the other
Wing
one.
smoked
Oh yeah,
the-
duh.
the
Fucking hell.
Tiny
My
Wing
brain. Sorry, I'm
smoked it.
thinking so deeply about how the fact I'm not going to get to do any attacks this entire combat.
Again.
I
Molly's just gonna run back and forth across the cage as this Manticore just flies back and forth.
I do have a rules-based question for you.
Yeah.
In your universe / world / whatever the fuck this is,
Fucking fever dream.
Yep, that.
Ogmare.
Taking out a new weapon and arming myself with that, action, bonus action, what is it?
Under the circumstances, and given Sal had 6 seconds to jump into combat, you can have taken that weapon during that time.
Great,
Zero
excellent.
penalty.
How far away is this creature? Considering now that I'm, like 70 feet into the cave?
Yeah, so for you, you would have been a fair distance then. Oh no, because you'd made it back to the rest of the party, right? I'm gonna say
no, I made it
Yeah.
back and then I went back the way that I came.
yeah. I'm gonna
So-
I'm gonna say again, it's a relatively short entrance into the cave before the cave cavern proper. I'm gonna say from the mouth of the cave, maybe 40 feet.
If that's the case, I don't need to take out this weapon. I can make it there. That's fine with my bonus action dash.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, I'm gonna absolutely attempt to yeet this creature into oblivion. I am still invisible at this point in time, so
Correct.
do I get advantage?
You absolutely do.
Fucking dope. Great. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's awesome. So I will get sneak attack as well. It's 5 points of damage and then sneak attack. That'll be 12 points of damage.
Good God.
Additionally, I've used my bonus action and my movement and my action, so I guess I'm just going to stand there looking like a little thing that is insignificant to this absolutely fucking terrifying beast.
Excellent. But you are no longer invisible and
Oh yeah, I become visible when I stab the shit out of this thing.
immediately adjacent to this Manticore, which starts bleeding all over you, so it would have known you were there, because courtesy of you copying a giant spurt of Manticore blood in your face.
Hot.
Agreed. Speaking of, Lilith.
Sorry, all I can picture is Malia standing there like this, and the Manticore just whips its tail around and goes, "That's not a knife. This is a knife." Just gouges her with a spike. I want to do something cooked because it's been over a year since I acquired this item, and I still don't know what it does. I have an unidentified wand in my bag, and I want to try and cast something with it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Do you remember what it was? I'm
Fuck
kind of hoping it's a
me.
wand of fireballs, though.
Oh god. Hang on. Give me a bit. I will actually need time.
Quick, strategize while he's checking his notes.
It's gonna be so funny if it's a wand of smiles.
Where did you pick up that wand? Do you recall?
It was either already
A wand
in
of smiles.
One store.
it was either already in Alatan's bag or it was from Velkior's office. I don't know which one was which.
Pretty sure I've got Belkiel's office.
Got it
one.
at soup.
So
Tiny
before-
Wing. No. Yeah. So
yeah,
Tiny
you guys
Wing
robbed the
has
safe.
an established wand.
No. So Tiny Wing robbed the safe, but Malia had robbed the desk drawer, and I got stuck with the items. But there were also some items already in the bag of holding, so it's either from Alatan or from in the office drawer.
I'll tell you.
Because I
which it
also
is.
had the magic dagger that I gave to Malia. It had an unidentified quill that was pinging as magic, and I got the prison painting ring, and I got Velkior's ledger with all of the stuff written in it.
So the one that you have, Lilith, will be from Alatan's
Oh fuck!
little
Okay.
hidey hole,
Okay, this could be bad, guys.
and you're going to expend a charge of that wand.
Yeah, I don't know what it does. Let's fucking find out.
Excellent.
I really hope it's not an area of effect.
Hi, Joe. Sorry. R.I.P. to Malia, but I'm different.
You feel as the weave kind of wraps around this wand, and
Yeah.
and given this is Lilith, you
Mm.
recognize the magic, like you can taste it almost. It is a searching, a seeking, a creeping and finding attempt of some kind, and it reaches out around you and dissipates
Okay,
and there is no effect.
cool.
Wow.
Do I have an idea of what that was? Some-
We may as well. Sure, it is a wand of secrets.
Wand of secrets. Okay.
Damn doctorates.
Hey guys! I hope you all had a fun little chat this evening.
Okay. Second question: does that count as casting a spell?
It counts as a use of your action.
Okay, but not as casting a spell. Because could I cast a bonus action spell? Is my question. Sorry.
You could. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to cast spiritual weapon right next to this manticore.
Okay, hit it.
Yeah, that's the plan. It is a +8 to hit, and that's an 11, so 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah. Where's my d8s? I did prep them today. It's going to be 10 force damage,
Okay.
and there's just that cauldron with the spoon just kind of hovering next to it. And
Magnificent.
that's my turn.
Okay, great.
What's
Hi.
a wand of
Hey,
secrets?
Raiders, specifically Dean Doctorates, who we know are having a little kind of catch up / behind the scenes / chat, etc. this evening. Hope you enjoyed the shit out of that. Welcome to the Lore Rides. For those of you who aren't familiar with us, we're playing a little bit of D&D, which we enjoy. This is our last session for the year. And
We're all gonna die.
well,
probably.
look, Malia has successfully rolled a 40-something on a stealth
41.
roll. 41 on a stealth roll.
That's true.
To sneak past a manticore and steal a little flask that might have some lycanthropy antidote in it,
Yeah. Then what happened?
and then sneak back. And then Lilith was like, "Hey, fuck that! We're killing this thing," and shot a guiding bolt at it. It's initiated
I shot
combat.
a nat 20
With
fucking
Tiny
guiding bolts
Wing.
at it.
Tiny Wing
Truly
killed.
so mad about it.
Which Tiny Wing, our adorable but also terribly, terribly scary little fairy, absolutely fucking eviscerated with
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast. At which point, an NPC that the crowd were hanging out with has tried to run away from the cave.
Were we hanging out or were we asking him to just show us the way and not caring about his
I
existence
guess
following?
it doesn't matter anymore because a second manticore immediately dropped out of the sky with its giant lion's
Oh
paw
man.
on his
Good call.
throat, and he is done for.
Well, he's not going to misbehave now, is he?
Dunzo.
Correct.
Hope you led us to the right cave.
That was that was Lilith. Lilith.
That was Lilith's turn.
That was Lilith's turn. Vermilion, you're up.
Okay. Now, it's still on the ground, right?
It is. It is at the mouth of the cave on the ground, screeching in retaliation to Lilith's stabbing. Sorry,
Smacking.
to Malia's stabbing and Lilith's spirit guardians. Oh,
Yeah. Good.
there was
Spiritual
also spirit-
weapon.
Yeah,
I would have loved spirit guardians.
So
I
in
know
that case,
what I didn't say.
what didn't you say? You don't know what you do. You never know what you don't
The
say.
Tell
right
us
word.
everything
Always know
that
what
you didn't say, Lord Daddy.
Yeah. Tell us every word you've never said.
Later.
Okay. So I would
That's
like
the only
to
word he's never said, guys.
cast Entangle, on the ground where the Manticore is standing.
Oh, clever. Okay. Yeah.
So
Where the
yeah,
Manticore and Malia is standing?
yeah,
Mhm.
Malia's
Question
fine. Malia, I have more faith in than the Manticore. So it needs
Fair
to make a
enough.
strength saving throw.
Sure. It can do that. What's the DC?
The DC is 15.
Strength.
Malia
you say.
also needs to make a strength saving
All right,
throw.
I can do that.
6,
I get a 16.
as
Right.
does the Manticore.
Well, fine.
Malia and the Manticore were fighting on the ground. Anything else from Vermilion?
How far away am I from the Manticore?
I
interest
believe
at the moment.
I estimated
Roughly.
40 feet.
40 feet. Okay, I would like to use some of my movement to close that gap without leaving the mouth of the cave.
Mhm.
So to put myself within 15 feet of the Manticore, please. So moving closer to it.
You can certainly do that very thing without
Thank you.
any issue at all.
That's it for me.
Tiny Wing.
Yes.
Our little fairy is up. What would you like to
She is still in her form of dread. She is going to keep on wrong character, Eldritch blasting.
Mhm.
I did. There it is. All right, cool. Oh, that's terrible. That's a 9.
Wait, Vermilion, No, never mind. I'm a turn behind. Never mind. Sorry.
What did you get? What did you get, Saz?
A 9.
Right. I'll use my reaction to cast to use again. So I'll wind back time a couple of seconds, and you get another crack at that.
Excellent. And
Cool.
why can you wind back time, Salazar? Because you
Uh,
said
he could
NCTM's
wind
cool
back
fucking
time.
talent
Because I'm a
class.
god.
No, that's no. Hey,
God has a name, and that name is Sal.
incorrect. Promethean.
God has a name, and that name is Lord Daddy.
Correct.
Mhm.
Hey, God, there's a 0 in it. As you will.
Actually, it's pronounced Jod, like Jif.
Sorry, that's just a straight re-roll, was it? Sorry, Sal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A dirty 20.
magnificent. That hits.
Where's my D10? That would be 8 damage.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Beautiful.
And because she's form of dreading, you need to make a wisdom saving throw unless it
sure.
is immune to fright.
It does not appear to be. So what's the DC for
16.
that? Fails miserably.
Beautiful. You are now frightened of me until my next turn.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's not good.
In what sense?
Nothing.
Okay, great.
Frightened creature must take its entire action to get away from the thing that's frightening it, and that means going out into the world.
I am aware. Hey, Salazar.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Cool.
Yeah, look, let's just get our time on. Well, it's no dicking about Ravages again. So it's a con save 16.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a 4 plus 3. Not gonna do it.
Okay. So firstly, it ages 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll take. Ooh. Oh, shit balls. 31 points of necrotic damage.
Excellent. So you all watch then as this manticore begins to wither and age. The skin on its dragon-like wings begins to thinnen and crack. Its posture and stance kind of begin to slump a little bit. And Salazar, would you like to describe the death of this second manticore to your necrotic damage, please?
Wow.
I think just due to the necrotic damage and the aging, it just crumbles into dust
Magnificent.
and just like gets blown away in the breeze.
Brilliant. And you watch then as the...
Not the breeze.
Not all, but quite a lot of formerly manticore dust then blows off of the corpse of Kyle into the wind. And that appears to be it. Again, you find yourself in this cave. Silence around you.
Are you gonna fucking throw a third manticore at
Yeah,
them?
they were a throuple.
They hunt in packs of 6 normally. So
Excellent.
Let's go. Manticore Gauntlet. Manticauntlet. It's terrible.
I'm gonna look back at my companions that aren't friends
Mhm.
and say, can we just get the fuck outer? Wow. Words. Out of here, like now.
Should we bury him? He did help us. He did do the right thing. Okay.
I think no, like that. I appreciate your sentiment, but
it takes me 2 seconds.
okay, you can do that. I
Thank you.
am going to point out that his head is not in good form.
The Earth
Need to
doesn't
touch
mind.
it. No.
Okay, you do your earth shit, I guess.
Still cast Mold Earth, and you'll see the glitter will stay a pretty purple this time instead of being rainbow.
Okay, excellent. And entirely the opposite of what we saw with Riven. I forgot his name now. Of Riven.
Wow.
Riven, yeah.
The earth itself engulfs the form of Kyle, finally putting him to rest. All of his fears and anxieties and personal problems that he experienced in life now meaning nothing as he's swallowed into the very earth. Yeah.
Yeah, as it gets swallowed into the earth, I would like to use plant growth, to, I guess, cover the little grave with some flowers, specifically snowdrops and blue hyacinths, because the snowdrops represent redemption and the blue hyacinths represent forgiveness.
Fucking magnificent. And leaving this beautiful and thoughtful or flowery grave. The five of you, with Kaori still nowhere to be seen and entirely missing, are left to wander the world.
Well, for
You
reference,
absolute
I'm-
fuck. Are you making us end this session here? Is that what's happening?
I didn't say that.
for reference, I'm going over to the other
Interesting.
Manticore and I'm taking some tail spikes as trophies.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I'm casting Detect Magic to see if Malia left anything.
Done. We are going to wrap this up fairly quickly.
Yeah, that's
though.
fine.
So, in terms of next steps, you've got a couple of options. There's the one clear one. There's the immediate one in terms of the antidote and the instructions of Vermilion's been left. What is it that you would like to do?
We gotta get this blessed in like a week. Within a week. Before the next full moon. Or, I don't know. Maybe we'll die.
Less than ideal. I think we should probably do that.
Where are we gonna get a blessing in this part of the world?
I look at Lilith.
Lilith just fucking yanking a spike at his manticore tail. Yeah, with her strength of 7, it's probably not going very well.
You get it eventually.
Yeah, I get it eventually.
This might be a bit messier than you'd hoped.
Probably just hack it off at some point. Why is everyone staring?
Can you or can you not bless this thing? This antidote.
Proke, is there a check that I can make about this? Because, like, I have the spell Bless, but I feel like it's going to be way complicated. Way more complicated than that.
Also, can I just like pop the lid on this flask and smell it just to see whether it just smells like booze or whether it's actually like maybe an antidote?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Look, we'll make it easy. It doesn't smell exactly like booze, but it does not smell good.
That
there's-
tracks.
Yeah, like if you were to leave the lid off on this thing, there's some bugs getting in there. There's some real nasty shit that are going to want to chow down on whatever is in this flask.
Just like a. Smells gross. It's probably antidote.
In terms of your question, Lilith, you can cast Bless on the liquid within the container.
Yeah,
That's
but it
that's
feels
not a
more
big deal.
complicated. Yeah, but it feels more complicated than that. So I'm asking if there's like an Arcana check or something I can make to see if it is actually more complicated than that.
Okay, as in,
You know you want me to because it's an intelligence-based check and I'm shit at them.
are you wanting to? Okay, so walk me through, I guess, Lilith's like internal questioning procedure as you roll this Arcana check.
Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put my finger on Vermilion's forehead and I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts to see if I can see exactly what he was told to do in regards to the thing. And then given that leaves me more questions than answers, I'm going to see if I can puzzle it out with some
to see
thinking.
if you can work out what kind of blessing it was
Yeah,
supposed to
what
be.
kind of blessing? Because like I could spit in it and call it a blessing. It doesn't mean it is.
Yeah, I don't remember if I got that instruction.
So Arcana check.
Hit it.
It's cocked. Fuck. It was good too.
Respect
Honor the
it.
cock.
Honor it.
Can I honor the? Can I honor it?
You honor the cock.
I would like to honor it because it would have made it an 18 as opposed to the second roll, which was 2.
We'll take the 18. With
Wow.
all of the
Guys, I made my first good intelligence check of the campaign.
with all of the information at your disposal and contextual clues from perhaps some little snippets of conversation you might have had on the way with Vermilion, it seems fairly clear that the instruction was that the blessing needs to come from a deity.
Okay, that was never explicitly said.
And the spell Bless, cast by yourself,
Mhm.
with the right mindset, will qualify.
Gotta get in the zone, man.
Fucking hell.
The blessing zone.
Well, then it has to wait until twilight.
Okay, we got like a week before this could become a serious problem.
Right.
So unless we get trapped in some kind of plane of eternal daylight, then I guess
Don't
we'll
say
be fine.
that shit out loud. You don't know. Like, you could just absolutely welcome that shit into
That's
I
that's
cast
our-
daylight. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have.
That's
any
true. I
spells
could
left.
just like one day you have one time you're having a normal conversation and trying on jewelry. The next you're in a wasteland. We've all seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick up that scabbard from the table, and also is anything pinging with detect magic?
Nothing in here, no.
Okay, I'm taking the scabbard anyway.
Okay, great.
Can we get the fuck out of this cave mouth?
But you have to admit that was really fun. Sal didn't even
No.
look like he was about to die for once. Look at him; he's healthy as can be.
Yeah, and he did some cool shit.
Yeah,
It's
but
terrifying.
yeah, I'm not entirely sure I would have called this a fun exercise, but
I feel
I
like it was
agree.
unnecessary.
yeah,
Maybe,
I tend to agree.
But for most of us to do, just level up. We're level 6 now.
Wow, is that why you started
knew
this
it.
fight?
I knew it.
I did not. I fought him because I started the fight because I wanted to fight them. I really want to level up too as a Christmas present for your amazing table.
I didn't fucking say that either.
I know.
So,
I know you didn't say that we did.
emerging from the mouth of this cave, what would you like to do?
Level up.
So, Lilith has indicated that she cannot or will not cast this spell until twilight.
Well, I guess
I'm more than happy just to skip us through to twilight and go from there, unless there's something you want to cover in the meantime.
I would say if Twilight is what you're waiting for,
we want to put some distance between us and this place before then.
Probably a good idea.
100%. If we could make some distance between us and this shithole fucking town, I would prefer to do that.
Okay. Where the hell is Kaori?
Also, we left the cart in town, so that's going to be really annoying. I hate.
Do we
We
need
could get the cart back. Depends on whether you want to walk.
It is super easy. You can either swing past the town and pick up the cart on the way through,
Let's
or you
get the
can
cart
head
and
immediately
we'll
from here.
continue on. Let's just.
Find the monkey. Like, the pirate I can take or leave, but the monkey is important for team morale, I
We
think.
can. I'm sure that she's capable. She'll find her way to us when she needs to. She did it the first time. She's a fucking pirate. Like, she navigates the high seas. I'm sure she can fucking find us somewhere.
Honestly, sometimes it feels like she's only following us around because we have booze.
Okay. Great. I'm
fair.
only following you around because I'm getting paid.
Yes, I do recall.
Great.
Right, let's go get this cart. Let's wait till twilight. Let's get this blessing done and get this whole lycanthropy thing.
Let's
sorted
get outta
and
here.
Just go from there.
Brilliant. Traveling then back into the town, you pick up the cart. Is your intention to stay in the town until twilight, or are you just fucking booking it?
I wanna be in
book
the
it.
The
town.
town
Yeah, can we
meeting
book it?
establishing who the fucking mayor and sheriff
yeah,
is
can I
still going. There are
Damn.
3 people on boxes currently making an argument as to why they should hold both positions.
Damn, I was
Now
really
that
hoping they'd
precedent
have
has been
resolved that.
set.
I just wanted to know who the mayor is.
It is deep into the afternoon, and that set of conversations is still going at this point in time.
Wow, democracy in this place sucks.
As
Let's go.
as we're leaving on the cart, which I'm assuming if Vermilion turns into another fucked up giant animal.
Yeah, I'm gonna be an elk this time.
Oh, not so fucked up. But it does have a horrible call. As we're leaving, I want to cast Thaumaturgy at these people on the boxes, and just an ear-splitting scream. Just the most horrible noise you've ever heard will emanate from one of them.
They scatter immediately.
It's not even a scream. It's just vote Pedro.
To safety. Like these people are fucking on edge. They have had a weird couple of months and a really rough couple of days. They've had to clean up a whole bunch of charred and burned bodies, put out the fire of the blacksmith that was started by someone in the party, and
Not currently in the party.
deal with the death and betrayal of someone that they thought was the savior of their town in Riven. And so they absolutely all, as a whole, scatter when that happens as you roll on out of town. Vermilion, I'll get you to roll me a survival check, please, in terms of the travel. And my assumption is that you're heading towards the Fey-Bog and the location that
Mud-Eye
you've been given
Maggie.
for Mud-Eye Maggie. Okay, excellent. Do you want to roll that for me, please?
Have
Level check
guidance.
is 18 plus 4, 22.
Beautiful. Bang on, fucking like an arrow in the correct direction. And we move on into Twilight.
As the elk walks.
Maybe 20 minutes before Twilight. Encountering on the way. It's going to take from here to where, based on conversations that you and Sal, your knowledge have come into play, it's going to take you about a week to get from here to where you think you'll be able to find, or at least start inquiring about Mud-Eye Maggie in the Fey-Bog. Twilight is approaching.
Is it kind of like, as we're traveling in this cart, is it kind of like an open area outside of the cart, like a little clearing or like a flat rock?
You'd
or...
see like a paddock type situation off to the side of the road that you're traveling on. And yeah, absolutely. Like a nice flat rock warmed in the sun.
Okay, then I will just jump off the cart and make my way out into the field with the flask and all of my stuff.
Yeah.
And I will start very methodically setting up a ritual circle for myself in a way that feels like home. So it will be all of my trinkets. It'll be salt. It'll be like rocks and beetle shells and feathers and flowers. And I will take this flask and I will uncork it and just sit it in front of me. And as I bask in the twilight, I will just pray properly to the Twilight Mother for the first time in a very long time, in a couple of years. And I didn't think of a prayer, but I will just beseech her, entreat my continued safety into her hands, and beg for her blessing. And I will cast Bless, I guess, and I will try and channel this, much in the way that I did with the remove curse. I'll try and channel this just pure-hearted belief, this conviction that I will not become a monster, into this prayer, into this intention as I cast.
How long do we think this process takes all up?
Oh, good. To set up, like, good couple minutes. And then the meditation, as long as it takes.
Yeah. And the rest of you, whilst Lilith is preparing for and casting this spell, is going to hang out on the roadside? Are we setting up camp? What's the play?
Just trundling along.
If it's a suitable place, I think we can set up camp. I got to feed my fox.
Yeah, I think there's a perfectly suitable area off the side of the road that you could do so. Okay, excellent.
What I will also do, Promethean, is I'll take my holy symbol, which is a silver disc, about yay big, with a cauldron on the front, and I will flip it open, and I will take out the item that is within it, and as I am saying this prayer, I will drop that into the flask as well.
Okay.
Come on the party tonight, boys.
Does that come into play with the prayer, or that's just a symbolic gesture?
Yes, it's a symbolic gesture.
Okay.
Because I don't think that Lilith fully grasps what it means.
Okay.
Like, I think she's got an inkling, but I do not think that there is enough.
You feel casting this spell. It's definitely not an unfamiliar feeling, but it has been absent of late. And it is from the point that you take the holy symbol into your hands. It's as though the twilight that's falling is itself a set of wings that are enveloping you with that space between light and dark, life and death, knowing and ignorance, innocence and something else. And you feel that power channeled through you as you felt it before. And a little distance away, perhaps on the branch of a tree, you watch as twilight falls fully, just a white crow land on a branch of one of these trees, stare at you for a moment, and then disappear again into the night sky. And the spell is cast.
I will just sit there for a little while longer, basking in that feeling that has been gone for so long. And when it dissipates, that is when I will get back up.
And you find the rest of the party finishing setting up camp for the evening.
How big is this vial? This flask?
It's a flask. It's pretty chunky. Like there's a fair amount of chunk liquid in there.
You said it's metal, right?
Yeah.
If I shake it, does it sound like there's anything else in there or just liquid?
What does it sound like when you shake it now that there's something in there?
Okay, so it's still in there?
There's definitely a little tinkle in there now, yeah.
Please don't say it like that. I did not piss in the flask.
It is still in there, yes.
Does this smell at all like the Wolfsbane whiskey that we took from Trabbit?
Like the tiniest little hint.
Okay.
But you'd also absolutely smell moldy earth, old blood, clumps of unidentifiable mushroom-like something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a series of very unpleasant smells.
Do we have a sense of how much we are supposed to drink each?
Instructions unclear.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk back to camp. And is Vermilion still an elk or is Vermilion?
Vermilion is Vermilion. Once we stop for camp, I don't need to be an elk anymore.
Yeah, but you might just like it. I don't know.
I did spend a good 10 minutes just making the elk noise.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And a third manticore.
Wow.
No. As you were.
I knew it.
I'm just gonna hold the flask in my hands and hold it out to you first.
You think it's gonna work?
I don't know, Vermilion. I hope so. It is my intent that it does. But my deity is not the domain of these things. My power spawns from twilight, from the time of transition, night to day, day to night. I don't really think werewolves are part of her domain. I don't think werewolves are part of her domain, right, Pro?
Your previous recollection is opposed to the forces that are typically associated with were creatures in general, is an archfey known as the Maiden of the Moon.
Okay, but that's not the Twilight Mother.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I feel like it's the best shot we got right now. You know how much we're supposed to drink?
No clue.
All right, well...
Like, do you think we should drink it all at once, or do you think we should save some and drink a little bit every day up until the full moon, and then we'll see what happens?
How big's the flask?
It's like this big.
No, I'm asking the person who knows how big the flask is.
Pro said it was like this big.
Army survival canteens you
like
get from like
like
Aussie
one of those
disposals
round,
type
one of
things.
those round canteen type
about
things.
that size.
I don't know how potent this is, so I guess I'll just drink some and see what happens. And then I drink some.
It does not taste good.
Wow, that tastes awful. Almost as bad as it smells.
Wonderful. And I'm going to do the same thing.
Brilliant. I'm going to get both of you to roll a Constitution saving throw,
Excellent.
please.
Okay, good. That's not a negative modifier. But that is a natural 20. Fuck, I'm good at con saves.
I only rolled a 16, which becomes an 18.
Okay. Noted.
Technically, okay, question. Technically, because we drank this and I did bless it, do we also get bless bonus on this saving throw?
Yes.
I don't need it, I don't think. But,
but you do.
What is
That
the bless
comes to
bonus? What is the bless bonus?
it's just a D4.
Oh, just a D4. I'll add 4 to that, so that can be a 22 now.
Magnificent. Thank you.
Yeah, I got a 24 then.
There is no, again, very similarly to the attempts at spellcasting that Lilith tried, you don't feel any differently currently. There's no means by which to know if you feel differently after having drunk this concoction, other than the feeling associated with being blessed. And you do both feel this incredible kind of surge of a sense of presence and a sense of self and a sense of knowing, but that is all. And as you set up camp for the evening and kind of come together on the other side of this little adventure in the small little town of Erding, is there any other interactions that the rest of you would like to have?
I'm just going to put the flask into the bag of holding.
Okay.
Well, when Lilith does that, I'm like, hey, I mean, you know that mace? We could use that to test and see if it worked.
That seems like a phenomenally bad idea.
The way Pro is just staring straight into the camera tells me that this is a bad idea.
Perhaps try it on someone else and see if it just I don't know, maybe everyone could turn into a werewolf with the mace. Because, like, above table, technically, didn't last time Promethean tell you that the mace, quote, wants to unleash animal instincts in whoever it faces? Because that doesn't necessarily mean someone bitten by a werewolf.
Guess someone would have to spend the night trying to attune to it to find out.
Did we put it in the bag of holding? I can't remember.
We did.
Okay, cool. I better add that to the bag of holding.
Well, I guess we'll find out in approximately 6 days if this works or not.
Yep. Does anybody have any chains, just in case things go terribly wrong?
Like $1.50. Oh, sorry. I thought you said change. That's my bad.
Malia, you're about to head out on your next leg
What?
of the journey.
Or shoulder.
Or shoulder.
Yeah, great.
Presumably after
Are you about to put me on the spot, Promethean?
the rest that you've had tonight. The reason that you're on this journey is partially wrapped up in Malia's direct history. So yeah, kind of free of the immediacy and urgency of the situations you've been in. Where's Malia's head at thinking about the rest of the journey that they're about to undertake?
I think Malia tries her best to believe that burying her past and keeping it there is the correct thing to do. And so a lot of it is attempting to put her feelings and emotions associated with anything that has happened in the past completely to the side and treat this as if it was any other job that she was on. I think there would be moments, particularly when no one is around, where there would be leaks of like the gravity of the situation, but it wouldn't be immediately apparent as far as she could physically make that happen to anyone else in the group. for her, this is very much like a let's put this all to rest so that I can move on for now.
Okay. Tiny Wing.
I think the subconscious to that though would be is that like the number one thing she wants to do is figure out who the fuck killed her family. So like constantly playing on her mind would be, if I find these fuckers, I'm going to kill them. And that's like the driving force.
Okay. Tiny Wing, journaling in your book back and forth with this draconic benefactor that the group has, or
I think this time it wouldn't be. I think it would be back to her other friend. Just to sort of keep him abreast and let him know that she is trying to be more brave and do new things, and she's, how she's trying to get along with these people and learn from them, and some of the things she has learned as well.
And from him, you receive no response.
Typical.
Still. Salazar. Had a weird couple of days. Settling down at camp, reflecting on running into Laris and finding yourself with this group of absolute wankers. How's Salazar feeling out under the stars?
Sal's is there's mixed feelings in regards to the direction that they're heading at the moment. There is definitely various connotations in relation to back towards the Fabog, potentially what could be back there.
Mm-hmm.
He's still absolutely not sold on the people in this group. He is unsure about various members, but he is definitely, he primarily wants to make sure that Tiny Wing is okay and doesn't get into any kind of trouble, but is also becoming a lot more respectful of her abilities that she's continuing to demonstrate. And he's definitely got thoughts about the others, which I guess we'll find out about at some stage.
Yeah.
Now, perhaps?
No, because as night falls, crickets start chirruping in the grass beyond.
Ooh, Astridus loves crickets.
And truly so many moths make themselves available for Vermilion's
but are they moth-eating moths?
newly revealed little fox
cannibal moths?
friend. We will, for the party, leave it there for now until our return next year. But before we do that, I'm going to need all of you to mute me so you can't hear me for about 5 minutes, because this isn't for you. This is for everyone else watching real quick. And just give me a thumbs up when you can't hear me anymore, please.
No.
Fine.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck, how do I... Oh.
Okay, I'm going
Hang
to
on.
take this opportunity to go piss, girl.
Yeah, you do that. Okay, great. Because as the night falls and the air cools, we go back briefly to Erding. The townsfolk are all locked up in their houses. And alone and silent through the small hamlet stalks a tall, robed figure who materializes out of the shadows. Darkhan, the Oathrife, who this little crowd seemingly put to rest back at the orphanage, Dr. Velkior's home for wayward children, emerges and stalks the streets of this small town and walks directly to the upturned grave of the hybrid lycanthrope Riven. Looks down upon the dark and charred flesh, puts out a hand, tendrils of shadows reach out from his fingertips to the corpse, which lifts like a puppet. And he raises it to face him. Yes. You'll do very nicely. And we'll end it there. And you lot can all come back. I will let them know in text form so that they are aware.
Was that hand gesture?
It was.
They okay?
Correct.
Yeah, cool.
That is an okay. To return.
What absolute shit fuckery are you weaving behind our backs?
You know, just some shit, some fuckery.
And also unrelated, when's the VOD for this going to be available? I just
It
really
stays
need
on
to
Twitch
listen.
for 2 weeks.
Immediately after.
I just
Oh
really
wait,
need to
are we
listen
allowed
the
to
last
come
2
back?
minutes.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
come back now.
Oh, okay, great.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks
sorry,
for
you
telling
weren't
us.
in the room when he made the gesture.
Hey, everyone hanging out still, thank you. We appreciate your time, attention, and presumably love. Or
Okay, if you hate us though, it's fine.
Yeah,
We'll deal.
look, it's either that or you are actually fucking spite watching. And technically I'm okay with that too. What we're going to do though, we're going to go around real quick and we're going to talk about favorite moments from this evening's session, if you don't mind. And we're going to start with Saz, please.
Jesus. I actually think it might have to be Vermilion trusting us with the knowledge of his little friend.
I
Very cute, very adorable.
just want you to know I've had that the whole time,
Even in the pre-sessions.
even in the pre-sessions, and no one asked about it.
It's just been
Everyone,
just thought-
everyone.
We
the
just
best
thought you were
part-
nuts.
Yeah, the best part is everyone just writing that off as one of Vermilion's just weird
Just-
intricacies.
Vermillioning, just being weird, talking to his bag.
To be fair, most of the time that you talked to your bag, you were alone. And if we aren't metagamers here.
Correct.
Or to be fair, it was immediately in front of a high risk, kind of dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you turned into a velociraptor.
Yeah.
Gently put the bag down.
Yeah, I just hid it in front of real danger.
It was,
Yeah, you hid the bag behind the monkey.
it was
I
adorable,
recall
though.
correctly.
You're absolutely correct, and I love that we are now aware of this adorable little fox's existence. And I can't wait.
I have a name.
For them to have more conversations with their daddy. Emily, anything?
Okay, well, you just stole one of my fucking moments by saying
Pro calling me daddy.
daddy. Yeah, that part. No, but also
I'm gonna have to think about that.
and it's a little bit biased because my character has spent the most amount of time with Vermilion. But like just Vermilion being Vermilion in general and just being like, you know what would be a great idea? To go into a dark forest by myself in wolf fucking infested lands to attempt to like learn. And it's just the entire time shaking my head, but it was very enjoyable to watch.
Marvelous.
It's this consolidation of the absolute long-lived naivety that Vermilion has about how anything in the real world works. So it's very much
Yeah.
a like, hey, do you want to come into this van for some candy? And Vermilion's like, oh boy, candy. There's absolutely no, like
Yeah.
for a character as high in wisdom as he is, absolutely no street smarts.
But it's great. I enjoyed that a lot.
Excellent. Ash.
Hi, that's me. There were so many favorite moments tonight, and it's not fair for you to make me just pick one. But it's definitely fucking Tiny and Sal just destroying those fucking Metacores, just for no reason, just being super overpowered and just like boom. Oh, here's 31 points of necrotic damage because you aged super fast. Here's a whole bunch of Eldritch shards directly to your face. Like that's fucking awesome, and I love it so much. And also, just for me, Tall Trabbit.
Tall Trabbit.
Trabbit.
Fucking Tall Trabbit.
The description of the owl. Like I saw it instantly. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I put a picture in the Discord. I drew a little version of Tall Trabbit in my. Oh, it didn't upload. Fuck. Okay.
Hey, we'll get it. Okay. Hamish. Any special moments for you?
Yeah, look, I'm gonna get on the Vermilion train. Absolutely train the fuck out of him. They're off in the forest thing again. Like I think
the interactions with the druids, like there was kind of the very typical Vermilion naivete, but then that bend into that more serious side that we don't really see that often. And NVC, just the way you play that, the tonal shift, is fucking awesome. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, Emily has a message from me from when you were talking to Keylor, and it just says, "Is it weird that I'm a little bit attracted to Vermilion right now?"
To Sirius Vermilion?
To Sirius Vermilion, yeah. I was like, "Oh shit!"
It's rare that we get to see Sirius,
Yeah.
like
It's
properly
alright,
Sirius
I
Vermilion.
am never more than 1 minute away from absolutely ruining that image.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
that is entirely fair. And MVCDM.
Hey, yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed being absolutely fucking put on the spot by you hitting me with an NPC that just did not give me anything and just forcing me to flounder around for a little bit.
Yeah,
That was very funny.
wasn't it?
Also, whatever you did to Ash with the sending is just like, I know it's the anticipation that finding out what the fuck that's about is going to be good. I just know it's going to be good.
It's gonna be painful.
But also top tier shit as usual.
Hey,
You maniac.
Stop.
Hey,
that.
hey, Lord Daddy.
Hey,
Lord
Daddy.
Hey, Lord Daddy.
Mm.
What was
Lord
your
Daddy.
favorite moment?
Give us the lore, Daddy.
Okay. All right, I will. All right, I fucking will. I genuinely
Sorry,
enjoyed...
I just need to actually pay attention to this.
Good girl. I genuinely enjoyed watching Ash break down immediately.
Yeah.
And
Fucker.
my favorite thing is it's so annoying that we can't go into proper detail yet.
Yeah.
But Ash literally called
Exactly what it is.
the underlying kind of threads of what's going on there. And I thought I did a real good job of keeping like a nice little kind of poker face in that conversation.
You
You
did a
obviously
fucking
did
really
because
proud of
Ash lost
myself.
their fucking shit.
And it
Yeah.
was real fucking hard because she absolutely nailed it. And I was like, yeah, maybe. That's
Yeah, but also
definitely
it doesn't
one way
matter
to
if
go.
you kind of like have guessed what's going to happen because you don't know that that's the case until it actually happens.
Yeah.
I know, but it
absolutely.
was the first time with
Hmm.
when I tried to reach out to my auntie, and it's like, God
Who
damn.
are you?
But you also kind of fucked your own law there by me reaching out to my auntie first. Because
Yeah.
I've known my auntie for way longer than I've known my sister.
You don't know shit.
I know. I know
couple
that I'm
of-
annoyed with you and I fucking hate you. How
couple
about
of
that?
other things.
Wow.
Real
How dare you
quick.
disrespect the Lord Daddy?
I did also
Easily.
very much enjoy Sirius Vermilion. I know how absolutely cool this son of a bitch can play stuff. And I think when Vermilion is zoned in on a thing, we're going to get some really cool fucking shit out of it. Similarly to when he was trapped in a painting for a little while. Same kind of vibes.
And then reappeared shirtless.
Yeah, reappeared shirtless. And I
sometimes
really...
sometimes Vermilion's just got to take off his shirt and be serious for a little bit.
That's right. And I properly enjoyed
Choosing to
that.
believe you did that in the forest with Keylor then. It's like, oh, it's serious
know.
time.
I also I love, Saz, your kind of reporting back of the party's events. I think that's a cool little thing that I can definitely play with down the line. Having
You're gonna ruin me with it.
Gal Kafir kind of thoroughly informed from Tiny Wing's point of view as well, specifically exactly kind of what's happening in the party.
I do really want to know how that comes across from Tiny Wig's perspective as to like, and then we did this, like how it actually plays out and what details are and are not
And there are
included.
things that she doesn't understand, like when
Yeah.
she described like the
Like
curtsy, it's like the bending in the knees thing. Like, what the
Hmm.
fuck is that?
Yeah, I was gonna say shithole. The shithole thing was another thing that I really loved.
That was very
about this.
Shithole
What's
was
a
good.
shit?
Yeah.
What's a shithole?
I love Tiny Wing just
this
picking up
town.
new little idioms.
Yeah,
and
just
phrases
little,
and
what's
stuff.
that?
Yeah,
every
it's
time
fucking cool.
God,
Gets
I can't
me every
wait.
time.
I
Yeah.
can't wait till we get. I was like, we should have called Laris a cunt last episode because I would have loved to hear Tiny Wing say it.
Wow.
Wow.
How very
I
true.
very much enjoyed Salazar's building loathing for Lilith after she just mercilessly killed a manticore for no reason.
I didn't mercilessly kill it. I mercilessly attacked it while it was sleeping. Salazar and Tiny Wing killed it.
Hey, that's just my read on the situation. I could be entirely wrong. I don't know.
Wait, aren't you God?
No.
There's a 0 in it.
There is a 0 in it. That is absolutely
Jod.
correct. If only I had other players from which to draw a favorite moment. That would be really cool.
It's okay. I'm used to you forgetting that I exist. So,
Yeah,
I fully
let's
expected him to
move
just
on.
add someone into the call at that moment. Like,
I was fully
It's gonna be
expecting it to be
Surprise,
Surprise,
waiting.
we're going for another hour. No, absolutely
Yes.
not. Fucking Malia's 41 roll on the stealth, courtesy.
Yeah,
of-
that was fucking amazing.
That was pretty cool. I think that's my round of your collective little favorite bits. Give or take a few, for the time being. Hey,
Do you love that we were all just like, how fucking overpowered can we make Malia in this moment? How much can we stack on her?
Stack the buffs.
Like, how
Yeah.
much can
Hey,
we
you can
do?
stack on me as much as you want, baby girl.
It worked. It was great, and I will enjoy that happening again. Hey, we're going to wrap up for the evening and the year. We will not be returning until
Gross.
an undetermined point at this
Wait,
stage.
aren't we returning
next
on
year.
on Tuesday for a thing?
The campaign will not return until next year. Yes.
What?
Stay tuned to the socials for information on a thing that will be happening early next week.
It's okay. It's just me, Ham, and Pro.
Okay, that's right. Just thank God. I truly thought I had something in my schedule that I didn't remember.
Shush your sweet
It's
little
that
lips.
time of year.
Shush your sweet,
Whoa.
sweet little lips.
Did we get a long rest, by the way?
You will at this point in time, yes.
Excellent.
thank
Hey, do
Guys.
we level up?
And hey, you know
Yeah.
what else you'll get? You'll fucking level up, is what you'll get.
Wow.
It's a
That's right.
Christmas miracle.
It is a Christmas fucking miracle. Hey, we are going to raid out to Friendly here. They'll be playing for approximately 5 minutes, so we need to do it quickly. We love all of you for hanging out and watching us do the thing. We enjoy it. Thank you for that. We'll do it again, so fucking stick around. We're gonna do cool shit. These guys are rad and continuously do cool shit. Jeannie, when she's available and with us, is also rad. Sure, is she missing right now? Does she know where the party went? Maybe not.
Wait, she was gone this whole session?
This whole
Who's
time.
Jeannie?
Don't know.
Wow.
Absolutely can't help you with that information. I'm so sorry. For now, though, say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.